Well, hello there, anxious passenger. I applaud your punctuality. One of the first. Very loyal. I hope I not make you wait too long, but if you are new, or if this is your first ride, welcome. I'll be your driver tonight. I'll be taking you on a trip through an improvisational story that is empowered by you in the chat and you at the table. Dice will help decide the randomized outcome of events. If you want the dice to be in the passenger's favor here at the table, head over to hyperrpg.com/KOllOK. There you'll find details on how to give them to them, tokens, and to support the show. It keeps us on the road, moving forward. And in fact, if we hit 100% of our goal tonight to help keep making this experimental thing, we'll give away this box. What's in the box? So you'll have to win to find out. At 100%, be active in the chat, and we'll give it away. Thank you for your support. Do my passengers at the table have any questions?
Do you have any tokens?
What the hell? No,
Cool.
I do not.
That's great.
Does Jude get tokens?
If they were given to me, they would be considered tokens for Jude, yes. But I could choose to use them in other ways as well. It's a risky play. It's a risky play. Any more questions? I like this group. They want to get to it. Take notes, Billy Baker. Roll the intro.
Hello and welcome to KOllOK. Once a beautiful place. Now, nothing more than an idea. Like myself, a dream. My father and I built a utopia, suspended between the forces of chaos and order. Our sacrifice ushered in peace and prosperity to this cherished place. Until those fucking juveniles broke the world. Just look at what their hubris left us with.
Calm greetings to alkalites and happy Tenor Day. Teenagers may be a thing of the past, but we can still have a sweet 16 party. Today, we celebrate 16 years of peace, 16 years of harmony, 16 years since a misguided rebellion that jeopardized your remaining years was swiftly eradicated from this earth, freeing our scientists, allowing them to cure you of that horrible disease. Harmonia will always make sure your every need is met. Well, as long as you don't stray too far from the path laid out by your territory's great apostles. So, celebrate today in an orderly fashion with peace, joy, and love. Oh, remember, Harmonia is here with you till our very
Bullshit.
end.
Bullshit! At one point, my world could have been mistaken for yours. Now, it's clenched in a fascist fist, slowly drained to its inevitable death. I won't allow it. This is the story of how I saved America's broken heart.
We find ourselves at this moment, following a map laid out by our passengers. Their emotions, though clouded, pull us forward. Maybe it will help me chart the course if we clear the fog a little bit. Get to know one of them a little bit better. Seat-ups, if you don't mind sharing.
God, I hate this. So the super fun thing about starting to stabilize after being up, and then down is the guilt. And there's always a guilt. Whether it's about how you snapped at people or let people down who are counting on you. It's always there, that like crushing, all-consuming guilt. But this guilt ain't that guilt. Usually when me and AJ go off mission to get my meds, it's not like this. In and out. None the wiser. No one knows, because we're pros, like we're really good at this, but not this time. This time, my medication cost the life of an innocent person, like an innocent man. I'm not okay, and if I feel the way I feel, I cannot imagine how AJ is feeling right now. Is our, like, loyalty to each other a liability? Like, I don't know. But that man died because of me. Ain't that the story of my life? I swear, if I wasn't one of the only ones who would get into the network, I would just go fuck off to live in a cabin somewhere where I couldn't ruin anything ever again.
Thank you for sharing, C-Dubs. It's hard, and we appreciate it. We begin again. August 31st, roughly 8:20 a.m. Before Clarity has a moment to respond, she feels herself wrapped in total darkness, the hard thump of what she could only assume is the ground, followed by the jerk, the pull against her will, as she quickly slides across the rock-filled dirt. The rest of the Ascended only see a shadow disappear quickly into the thick smoke down the rocky hillside before the common mess hall building. Thump, thump, thump. The ground pummels against your ribcage, Clarity. The confusion surrounding this moment makes it nearly impossible for you to focus, to gather, to understand even what is happening to you. The moment was designed to be that way, to throw you off balance. It does not matter how powerful you are if you cannot see, think, feel, or even understand the current moment that you are in. I could imagine the frustration you must feel to be so powerless. But a moment like this, so weak, I get thump, thump, thump. You feel broken twigs pierce your thighs. For years, you and your sisters wondered what it might be like to be out in the wild, outside of the protection of KOllOK's council, to experience the world on your own. Well, now you know. These people, they don't fear you, Clarity. Because they don't fear you, they do not respect you. It's like they somehow know that without Phobos, without your sisters, you are just confused and scared, emotionally stunted girl. Thump, thump, thump. Shards of earth scrape against your back as you're just pull against the broken earth. You frail, trying to reach towards the apex of that bag that continues to tighten upon your face. I need you to roll your grit. Difficulty of 10. Thump, thump, thump. Your body comes to a stop. The abrasion of movement, of friction, continues. But with something else. In that same moment, the burn of rope tightens against your bare ankles, followed by the far too close, present whisper of an older woman in your ear.
I'll be back for you when I'm finished with your friends.
You feel the piercing sting of a metal device in your right shoulder next to your covered head. It activates and lets out a high, piercing scream. You're unable to focus. This sound digging into your skull. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. Back to the moment. That moment. Ascended. You watch as Clarity's body, captured, is pulled immediately into the thick, dark smoke. AJ, as the leader of this group, I need you to roll your grit with a difficulty of 16. Oh, wait, is that a D4 in grit?
Yep.
I might have put this difficulty too high, but I said what I said.
Do I have any tokens?
It's crazier things have happened.
3?
A 3. The horror of what you've seen, what you are seeing. Despite the horrors of your life that you've been exposed to, this is something else. This weighs on you. This is on you. And the full weight of that comes down on you in this moment.
Fuck, this is all me. This is all fucking me. This is all fucking me. Everybody is dead because of fucking me.
Don't do this.
Because of fucking me.
It's okay. Hey, don't.
If we hadn't have left, if I hadn't have dragged everybody the fuck out there, everyone would still be alive.
How many people have you saved? Don't do this.
How many people are fucking dead because of me? What do you mean, how many people have I saved? I didn't save anybody! Everybody is dead because of me! And now the reason that we left, she's fucking gone! Everyone is dead because of me!
And I'm alive because of you. And I know it's not like the same, but...
Roll for cognition, difficulty of 6.
2. How many tokens do I have?
You have 4 tokens available.
I'm gonna use all 4.
Smart. Ro, you recognize this is a window. It's a very short window, but you can hear Clarity's body being dragged down the hill.
Guys, we don't have a lot of time. AJ, stay with me. Look, I don't know what she's here for. Maybe it's just for the team, maybe it's not, okay? But we have to try to get out of this alive. Sid, can you get you down?
Yeah.
Okay. C-Dubs, can you help everybody hide?
Yeah, let's go hide.
AJ, can you just keep it together for the next, I don't know, for 5 minutes?
Ro goes over next to AJ and kneels down to his broken level.
Hey, I'm gonna need your permission to use the rest of the fuel in the incinerator. I have an idea, and I'm also gonna need your knife.
Okay.
Ro takes AJ's knife from his chest.
Just don't die.
I'll do my best, same for you. Look, keep everyone safe, keep everyone as calm as possible, or just keep yourself together. If you guys have to stay here, stay low on your belly so that you guys don't inhale too much smoke. I'm gonna go and lead you to the factory, okay? And remember, the longer you stay still, the more time I have. I'm gonna set a trap. The son of a bitch likes one. I'm gonna give it a good one.
Let's go. So what are you doing right now, Ro?
I'm gonna take the knife and I'm gonna slice down my arm so that there's plenty of blood. And then I'm gonna head straight towards the factory.
Ro disappears into the thick smoke, heading east towards the large factory. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Ro told us to hide. Ro is the best at this.
C-Dubs, roll your cognition for me. Difficulty of 5.
Oh, jeez. Swim!
Keep swimming.
3.
8. Well, in front of you is a mound of dead bodies. Seems like if one was trying to make themselves unseen, that'd be a good place to start.
Sid, we gotta...
I have to get Jude down, and Ro took the knife, so can I look for a window?
Do you have a knife of your own in your
No.
pack? You do not.
I do not.
Okay.
I was hoping there was a window nearby I could just punch and then get a glass shard and cut it
Roll
down
your
with
brains
that.
for me. Difficulty of 7.
Sink.
Okay. This is how we're gonna play this, because that is right at a critical failure. You walk over to the closest window, and you take your left arm, thinking you'll be safe. You'll use the padded side as you run your elbow through that window, but as it breaks, the glass crosses against the underside of your arm as you feel it deeply cut through your flesh, and the blood immediately starts soaking down the left side of your body. Now, you do have some broken glass in front of you, but you are quickly losing blood as well.
I feel like I would just put my arm in my jacket as tightly as I could, grab a glass shard, because I can't feel it, and just quickly cut
That's a good point.
Jude down.
I need to rethink how I handle your failures.
Can't feel it.
Cut this rope, and Jude's body falls, boom, 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 and just tumbles onto the pile of bodies.
How high up is he from me?
Did you hide in the bodies with C-Dubs?
Yes.
So, he's in the same general area. You might want to cover him up, make it not so obvious, given that he does have arrows sticking out of his body. But you don't have much time. So tell me exactly what it is you're trying to do right now.
Okay. Are we on the opposite side of where
She was
our
dragged down the
visitor-
hill?
Yes.
No, you're on the same side. She'll be coming directly up towards you.
Okay. So I'm gonna slowly crawl up and grab Jude's leg, and I just sort of like roll around to the other side of the pile and just try and drag him down to just keep him away from cover and get him down.
I'm not even going to
from
make
up
you
there.
roll for that because that's not too difficult of an action. You're just moving his body.
Just
And
get
as
him.
you're moving his body, you start to hear the sound of footsteps making their way back up the hill. And you all hide in this stack of your charred friends. Some of them still warm, sticky. You hear her footsteps moving around the opening. I'm going to need each of you to make a flight roll. That includes you, Sid.
Sink.
5.
5.
Or no, that's 6. I can't. Or no, that's 9. I can't read. It's a 9. Sorry.
Can I use tokens at all?
What did you get?
Sync.
I had not yet announced a difficulty. But I know I've said this before, but I'm going to say it one more time. I'm feeling generous because you all roll so absolutely poorly, and I can see something that you can't, which is that Sid currently has 4 tokens available and a special ability. Sid, would you like to use this ability?
Yes.
It would require 3 tokens, which is probably a lot less tokens than it would take to save AJ from being spotted.
No, I want to use the deceptive power.
That will be your one and only for the rest of this season. And I'll say it's just because I could see what you couldn't. So, you deceive. You remain perfectly still, hidden within this stack of bodies. Sid, you can see now, through a crack in the pile, a small woman looks to be around 50 years old. She has a painted doll hanging around her chest. And you watch as she stops, looks down at the ground, and sees a pool of blood. And Jude's body no longer hanging from the ceiling. Awut, do you mind rolling your brains for me, please?
Oh, how dare you?
Three. Let's make this interesting. Roll your brains as well. Just a brains roll for me.
Okay. Where's the D8? Oh, it's this one. 5.
The trap you set, it begins to work. You don't know this, obviously, you're not currently there, but you're planning ahead. What you see, Sid, is Awut turn away from your general direction and follow that trail of blood directly towards the general direction of the coffee factory. Awut, you come to these large metal bay doors. You had tried earlier to set fire to this building, but it was designed in a way that wasn't going to happen. Nothing inside the building made you believe it was of any importance. But you do see this trail of blood and torn up dirt leading directly inside. She begins walking into the front doors of the facility. The area filled with thick smoke. Row, roll your flight for me, please. Difficulty of 5.
Sync. Any new tokens?
You have 3 tokens available.
I'm going to use. The difficulty was 5?
Yes.
I'm going to use all 3.
Awut, you hear the sound of footsteps on the opposing side of this facility. Ro, you tripped on a small object in your pathway. A small cloth bag you didn't think to look for. You realize now that she knows the general direction that you're in. But you also know that this is a large, hollow chamber. And your voice may carry, making it harder to locate you.
Do you know what you just did? You just killed everyone that I cared about.
Awut does not answer. Just keeps looking. Roll your flight for me again.
Three.
You begin moving in circles around the facility. You know it well, and you can assume, probably rightfully so, that she does not. Awut, do you mind rolling your brains for me, please? Sink. Awut, you begin to get turned around. You realize that you can't exactly remember the way that you came in. The thick smoke covering your tracks. I don't know if fear is something you exactly feel. But you are a little out of your element in this moment. You have her off balance, Ro. The talking's working.
Do you know how long it took us to build that mess hall? Do you know how many people died to build that? Do you know what it's like to eat bark, to eat grass and sticks? Because if you did, you would know how much a full bowl is worth. You would know what it costs.
It'll never be enough.
I usually don't make any of this personal, but this one's just for me.
Oh, peers around a corner, behind a large piece of machinery. Nothing. She quickly moves to the other side, peers again. Nothing. These pathways, the size of these machines, the smoke. Awut begins getting frustrated.
I like you. I like you a lot. I'll save you for last, so that you can watch the others burn.
She peers around another corner. Roll your flight for me, Ro.
Sink.
You have 4 tokens available. Now, before you use them, Awut, roll your cognition for me.
I'm going to use 3.
You peer around another corner, Awut. You hear her footsteps moving throughout the facility. But again, even they have a slight echo, making it extremely hard for you to locate her exact position. You're losing your patience.
I'm sick of playing your game. Clever of you to hide out in a building that won't ignite. But I will find you. Your friend, if she has anything to do with the 12, I'll kill her too. Fuck the money, fuck the job. I don't care.
Ro, you need to make an action here. You can't play cat and mouse forever.
I am going to take off my shoe. I'm going to put it at the corner of the gangway, and I'm going to cover it with as much blood as is left in my arm. And then I'm going to go around the back, and I'm going to wait.
Okay. Again, your brains versus Woot's cognition. This is a D4 versus a D6, is it not?
My brains is a D8.
Oh, lucky for you. It was your flight that was low. Woot, you'll be rolling your cognition.
Can I grab your D8? Swim.
Keep swimming.
2.
That's a total of 10, but Woot, keep swimming. Woot, keep swimming. That's a total of 16.
How many tokens do I have?
It's kind of irrelevant because you're not in this location and you wouldn't be able to help narratively. Unless you have some sort of plan that might distract. Because you do have 3 tokens available, and you do have a very unique ability. Do you not?
I do.
You gotta sell this for me. Because that's a critical.
Okay.
Would you like to use your ability?
Am I allowed to know what my location is in relation to Woot?
You know where they are because she told you where they were headed. But you do not know what's happening. You only know it's been a while since Woot went inside. And you haven't heard from Ro.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Remind everyone what your ability is, if you don't mind.
My ability is to command attention, to demand the focus to be on me.
In this moment, that would probably work, but you gotta sell it. You use 3 tokens.
Mm-hmm.
How do you command the attention?
Okay. So I take Jude, and he's still sort of leaning on me, and I push him back onto the bodies, and I look at C-Dubs, and I look at Sid, and I just tell them to lay low. And I just start walking right towards the building where they're at.
If you want to kill all of us, you might as well just start with me.
Woot, you see this shoe on the ground in front of you. Blood pooling up around it. And you recognize in this crude attempt at a trap. So you start to position yourself, expecting someone to make an attack from behind. And then you hear this voice to your right, piercing through the smoke, echoing back at you. And in this moment, you are distracted. You don't mean to be, but you are.
If you take me out, I'm the fucking leader. The others will do whatever you want. So why don't we settle this? Just me and you. And let's fucking end this.
Ro, though you may be disappointed to hear, AJ, that he did not do what he was told, you do see that though your trap did not work as intended, whatever you wanted the result to be, it is the same. So what were you hoping to happen out of that situation? Because Awut is distracted.
I want to hit the doll with AJ's knife.
So you're going to make an attack.
Yes.
You lash out from the shadows and sling the knife across her chest. This is going to be your fight versus Awut's flight.
10.
Three. The knife slides right through the neck of the doll. Its head pops to the left and starts hanging off of the chest as you quickly move back into those shadows, Ro. And Awut loses her composure. Something about that doll.
Are you gonna come out here and fight, or are you just gonna stand there in the dark like a fucking coward?
Ro. She's down on the floor. She's cradling this doll. What do?
She's in the fuel area, right?
Correct.
And so AJ and I are outside of it.
Correct.
So if I were to hit the ignite button, only she would burn?
On the wall next to you, Ro, is a panel. On this panel, you have 3 buttons. Above the one on the furthest left, close bay doors. Next to that, soak. To the right of that, ignite.
I'm gonna hit the soak first, and then I'm gonna hit ignite.
As you go to hit this button, soak, it doesn't release. It jams. AJ, I need you to roll your brains for me. Difficulty of 5.
3. Do I have any tokens left or no?
You do not, but I do have 2. And I'm going to reward them to you in this moment. To bring you up to 5.
Okay.
They're my tokens. I can do whatever I want with them. As you're hitting this button, it's not going. Awut, you hear this sound. This woman that cut your child's throat. You know exactly where it's coming from. And as you start running directly towards this sound, AJ, you run up from behind and you would know you can't soak without first closing those bay doors. So you reach past just over Ro's shoulder as you slam that button to close the doors as they come shutting just as her sword chinks off the inside. You can hear her banging from the inside.
Thank you.
Hit it.
Ro hits the soak button. You hear above you, Awut, the sound of some sort of liquid passing through the systems. Though they may look like sprinklers, you begin to smell it first. The chemical smell. And before you get a moment to react to that,
I'm gonna hit the ignite button.
it ignites. All right, we got 1 minute. ascended. You hear the familiar sound of the coffee incinerator pumps, the exhaust fans pulling the charred air into the sky. And Sid and Cedos, as you pull yourself out of those pile of bodies, you see AJ and Ro walking towards you as the smoke billows from the incinerator plume in the distance.
How's Jude? Is he okay?
He's somewhere in the pile. I don't think he's doing too hot.
I'm just gonna
You
run
hear the
towards
sound of labored breath.
You're an unkillable son of a bitch, Jude.
Do you need something?
Roll your cognition for me, Sid.
Sync.
You can't tell. You just keep talking to him like he can respond.
What do you need?
Does anybody have anything at all?
Look, here, we're gonna cut off bits of my dress and we're just gonna tie it around him and also my arm because I'm pretty sure I've lost a lot of blood.
My arm's
we're all of our arms, so I'm
Okay.
just gonna cut the dress.
I'm just gonna start taking some of the clothing from the bodies, any scraps that I can find at all, and just start ripping them off.
You start pulling the burned remained clothes from your friends. As you do so, you start to recognize some of them through the clothes that they typically wore, the style, though their features charred, their skin mainly peeled back to muscle and bone.
Just
These were your
help
friends.
him. Anything to help him. Just fucking don't stand there. Just do something. I'm just grabbing as much as I can and just sort of like throwing.
Jude
bits of
currently
clothes.
has 3 arrows sticking out of his body.
Don't take the arrows out because we have to work around the arrows because if you take the arrows out, then he's gonna bleed out. That's how that works. You don't remove a puncture. You keep it in because if you take it out, he's gonna bleed out. So we have to bandage around that.
Roll your brains for me, difficulty of 4.
18, 16, 18.
You know exactly in this mess hall where the leftover first aid kits would be, and you would know that most likely they would survive a fire, given the boxes they were stored in.
I'm gonna go get the first aid kits. They are. We kept them by the fridge because I thought that it was funny. So I walk over to the first aid kits. I grab. Luckily, we're pretty well stocked, so I grab a bunch of them. We've got bandages. We've got all of the stuff that you would need, especially considering that we're a combat team. So it's not just like the normal first aid kit that you would have at like your normal, if you were working anywhere. Like we're a combat team, so we've got like extra special for first aid kits with good stuff. So I'm just grabbing all of them and like taking them over to Jude.
As you bring them all over to Jude, the rest of you hurt, bleeding. You have an opportunity here to help yourselves or help others that need it. So just describe to me exactly what it is you're doing.
Can we check the bodies for like a pulse? That's Marnie.
They're dead, Cedos.
That's Kevin. Like, can we?
They're all dead.
Can we check?
Am I injured at all?
Your psyche
Yeah, but
is
physically.
definitely injured, but your physical form is fine. Roll your cognition for me, difficulty of 4.
4.
Clarity.
Fuck. I gotta go. I gotta go and make sure she's okay. I gotta go and fucking find her. Everybody, you.
Find who?
Clarity. The whole fucking reason that everybody is dead. The only reason why we left.
Just go get her.
Go get her.
Just go.
I'm just gonna start sprinting off.
You can easily see where she was taken down that hill. The marks and the burnt, scorched earth leave quite the trail. As you run down that hillside, you see her body with a bag over her head and some sort of device in her shoulder that's emitting a sharp, piercing sound. And the closer you get to her, the harder it is for you to focus, to push through it.
I'm just gonna rip the bag off of her head, first of all.
As you rip the bag off of her head, you can see her wincing, trying to keep it together.
You're fucking alive, thank God. I'm gonna start to inspect the thing on her shoulder. Is there anything?
I'm gonna need you to roll your grit for me. Difficulty of 6.
Do I have any tokens?
You're asking ahead of time?
I have a D4.
You have 0 tokens available.
Okay. 2.
You're trying to push through this sound, this piercing sound. Though it's connected to her, it's emitting out a small kind of area of effect. Your vision starts to blur. Whoever did this, you know they're a professional. They somehow knew exactly how to disable someone as powerful as Clarity, but you cannot push through in this moment. You could call for help, possibly, but you yourself are not strong enough.
Am I strong enough to move her at all? Or
It's attached to her.
Okay, so
It's in her shoulder. You failed, buddy.
I failed.
But you are part of a team.
They're within earshot, yeah?
Yes.
Davina! I need Davina!
We don't have Davina. We need Davina. We don't have Davina.
We don't have Davina. C-Dubs, would you like to look for Davina?
Yes, very much so.
Roll your cognition for me. Difficulty of 8.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay. Sing.
You start calling out for Davina. There's no answer.
Hey.
You start trying to connect to Davina. There's no answer.
Davina?
AJ, if this person that was sent after you was smart enough to disable Clarity in this way, they would have been smart enough to disable Davina as well. And there's probably a similar trap somewhere for Davina. It might be good for you all as a group to start thinking about what strengths you have and how you can use those in these situations. So you're rolling your better stats instead of your worse stats.
Yes, that makes sense.
Working against type, it always goes so well for you.
I'm gonna run back to the group really quick. I found her. She's down the hill. She's relatively okay, but she has this thing connected to her. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I can't get closer. I can't touch her. Okay,
Oh,
but
God. Okay. I'm gonna use my
You are the technician in the group.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I am going to, since we can't find Davina, I'm gonna go with you. Hey, I'm gonna come with you. It's a thing here, right?
Okay.
Like a metal, like a. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's go.
And before leaving, Sid, you take care of Jude.
We got him.
If you can look for Davina, look for any other traps, anything around in the facility, any sign of her at all.
Yes, I will look for the robot dog.
Thank you.
C-Dubs and AJ make their way back down the hill to Clarity, who's still trying to hold it together as this sound just continues piercing out. C-Dubs, roll your brains for me. Difficulty of 6.
Oh, where's mine? There we go. 20. Not a dirty 20.
You can tell by this device kind of exactly how you need to remove it. This is Harmonia Tech, but it's been modified slightly. It looks somewhat homemade, like your kind of work. In this moment, it gives you a little bit of respect for the individual who set this trap. But this is an easy thing for you to do as you very quickly disarm it.
Stay still. Stay still. Stay still. I'm sorry. This is gonna hurt. This is not gonna feel good. And then I do like the boop, 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 boops, and like I touch stuff. And then it releases. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mama Robot. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. Oh, but I mean, this is pretty. I'm sorry.
Do you know who that was? Do you know why they came after you?
You came for me.
Of course, they came for you.
No, I don't know who that was. I don't know anything about this world. Do you know who? Do you have any idea?
No. But she killed everybody.
What do you mean, everybody?
Everybody.
Do you mean all of your friends? Your friends who I was supposed to convince to help us?
Everybody.
I was so powerless. I don't know what that was, but I couldn't focus. I couldn't access any of my power.
I'm gonna help Clarity get up and just start walking back towards the others to at least regroup and try and figure something out.
Roll your cognition for me. Difficulty of 10.
Here you go. 7. How many tokens do I have?
You have 1, but C-Dubs has 2, and it would make sense that immediately after fixing the situation with Clarity, C-Dubs would want to help find Davina. So as you're looking, C-Dubs joins in. And you see about 50 yards from your current position, hanging from one leg up in a tree, Davina's 3 other small legs kind of just striking out at nothing, trying to regain some sort of control. And at the bottom of this tree is some sort of rod, sending some sort of current around a cable going all the way up that you can see Davina's hanging from.
I look at the tech that I have that I just got off of Clarity, and I try to see if maybe there is some way that those are connected. Like the tech I just got from her, and like maybe it's
Yeah,
running
you
a
don't
signal.
even have to, well, okay. You're saying if they're connected in some sort of...
Then I can maybe like disable the rod and the thing that's holding Davina and making it so I can't get to her.
Roll your brains for me, difficulty of 8.
13.
You can see that this device, the signal that it was outputting and what it was meant to do is in some ways like a localized EMP. And if you were to place it within the general vicinity of the device that's currently hanging Davina, it would in fact disable it while also probably rebooting Davina at the same time.
Rebooting Davina is dangerous, but getting Davina back is more worth it than rebooting her. So
It's your robot dog, so.
Yes. I walk up and I place, I reach my hand out to the rod with the device that we found, and I touch it.
This sound emits from the device as this cable that was taut spikes through the air quickly as Davina falls to the ground. Not moving, just sitting there.
I gather Davina and in my arms. I grab Davina and hold her over my shoulder and just start petting her.
A moment passes. You watch Ro as C-Dub starts petting the robot dog. And much to your surprise, you see a little red light ding, 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 as you hear something internal starting to boot back up. And very quickly, the legs start to lash out and try to move up before recognizing.
Hi. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here. It's okay.
What happened? Where am I?
I'm sorry.
What happened?
You got rebooted. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
There's some sort of interference. I cannot connect. There's some sort of interference.
I take the thing that I got off of Clarity and I just like throw it as far as I can.
No. I cannot access the forum.
No.
Something's blocking the signal.
C-Dubs, what's going on? What's wrong with Davina?
Can you... I take Davina aside. We have an aside. Okay, you can't access the forums. Do you still have all of your access? Or none of it?
Anything internal, yes. Everything external, no. Something's blocking...
Okay.
Something's blocking my connection to Synchronity satellites.
Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's okay. It's okay.
What happened?
Do you remember me?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Then we can figure it out. If you remember me, we can figure it out. I don't know what happened. We'll figure it out together.
We need to tell them. We need to tell the Ascended that we're coming. We need to tell them that we're on our way back.
To the compound?
Yes.
Wait. They're gone. I'm sorry. They're gone. I'm sorry.
Who did this?
A horrible person that I'm gonna murder with my bare hands.
C-Dubs takes Davina and starts walking back up towards the burned out commune.
I'll just follow you and the robot dog then, I guess. That's fine. Fuck.
As you make your way up top, you see the rest of the group is standing there. Sid is tending to Jude's wounds. He's still not able to form sentences or thoughts outside of the pain. No telling how much blood he's lost. But the six of you, including Davina, are at least in this moment, in this location, all that remain.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I did this. And that I brought her here.
That's not how we work.
It is how it works.
No, that's not how we work. We all work together. Anything that happens to the group is all of us, it's not one of us. We learned that before with Sid. What happens to the group is all of us.
And what happened to the group is because of fucking me.
No.
Yes.
Dude, it doesn't matter. Shit just happens. Like, that's what you need to realize. Shit just happens. You can't you can't just hold all this guilt.
You see Jude's arm raise. It was because of her.
As someone who has dealt with plenty of guilt, none of this is helping. We don't have time for this. Do you know how close we are? First Nation will have seen this. We are on borrowed time.
We should get the fuck out of here and you could cry later, but you shouldn't even do that. You didn't do shit wrong. Doesn't matter if you're the leader, doesn't matter if you're at the top, doesn't mean you have to be perfect.
Then let's move.
It's okay. It's okay.
I start bending down to talk to Jude.
He grabs your throat with his hand and he starts trying to strangle you.
I just put his hand, or my hand on his wrist, because he's so weak that I can just kind of move it out of the way. Jude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for any of this to happen, Jude.
Fuck you! And fuck that thing!
I shouldn't have brought anybody else along, Jude. I'm sorry.
It's on you!
It's on me. I know it's on me. I'm just gonna get up and walk towards Clarity.
And even though his hand wasn't weak enough, as you walk towards Clarity, Jude's eyes never stop piercing directly through you.
We need to start moving. We need to get out of here. So let's get together what we can, what's left. C-Dubs, Ro, check the rest of the mess hall. Gather any meds, any supplies that you can at all. Sid, look around, see if there's anything left.
C-Dubs goes and checks Jude.
He's not looking good.
I want to take you. But you can't, like, kill people.
I didn't.
I know. But we gotta move. Are you coming or you're not coming?
He tries to look around him. But he doesn't have to look far, because the pile of bodies is just to his left. And you know that when he looks at them, and he looks back at you, he's insinuating, where else is there to go? How could he possibly stay here?
Come on, babe. And C-Dubs is like not like the strongest person, but she does have Davina. So like Davina can help carry Jude's load while a bunch of us grab him so he isn't left behind.
I raise a hand. People think that I don't have any compassion, but I do. And I know that sometimes compassion might not look what you might conventionally think. So I am prepared to be compassionate for you. And then I take the black shroud that was over me, and then I put it over Jude's face and smother him.
I just immediately go and tackle Clarity.
Well, there's a couple actions here, so roll your fight for me. And AJ, roll your fight for me. And there's no need for Jude to roll his flight. He's not strong enough to resist just about anything.
You said fight, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's out of the thing. It's a 7.
11.
As you put this over his head and place a hand over his mouth and nose and just start to hold him there, you feel AJ hit you from the right as he starts trying to pull you down, but you remain unmoved.
What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
Fucking
It's
crazy?
what has to be done. Do you not see? Do you not?
Are you out of your fucking mind?
I can feel him suffer.
I just start like pounding on her back, but she's just not moving.
You don't understand. You don't understand the alternative.
She's not wrong.
Jude stops fighting you.
No.
Bro.
Jude.
He's currently being smothered. You wouldn't know if he's able to respond to you, but he's stopped fighting what's happening.
If you want to keep going, make some kind of movement. But if you want to give up, I will be the first to let you go easy.
Hand me a D20 if you don't mind.
die.
As he starts to raise his left hand.
All right, well, C-Dubs isn't a fighter, but C-Dubs goes over and just like starts kicking Clarity in the ribs.
Clarity, get off of him.
I'll start pulling her hair.
Roll your grit for me. Difficulty of 10.
Sink.
That's right.
You feel everyone converge on you and rip you off of Jude as the bag leaves his head and he just kind of falls to the ground, bleeding from his wounds. He just puts a hand up as if, stop, I give up. Just stop.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, maybe you don't smother people and assume it's what they want. That's compassion? Oh, I'm gonna be compassionate?
I can do the things that you can't do yourselves.
I was perfectly willing to, and if anyone is going to die, I can at least offer a little bit more mercy than that.
That was weird. That was weird.
I am sorry that you're all in pain. But look at him.
His head now just tilted down at the ground as blood streams out of the wound from his shoulder.
When did we become this?
We were always this.
No.
We weren't.
You were the
fucking
leaders. You weren't out there killing. You weren't the ones who sat there and had to watch as everybody bleeded out. You didn't have to snipe the father or the mother or someone's son or someone's daughter.
She's right.
So none of you get to sit there and play the innocent, all right? We've been doing this for 29 fucking years. So do not sit there and talk about how we have always been good, because I'm starting to wonder if that's ever been the case. And I don't know, again, if anyone is listening to me, but we are in First Nation land. We have just caused a giant fire. We do not have time for this. Somebody help me get Jude on Davina or a stretcher, and we are just gonna pull him out of here.
As established in previous episodes, Davina's not large enough for someone to ride, and we're not going to make an exception on
Well,
this
maybe
one.
Jude. I mean, not large enough for me to ride, but like Jude is
No,
smaller
it's
than me.
not how that works.
I'm gonna go over to Jude and just like pick him up and do the fireman's carry.
Careful the arrows.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm sorry. He whispers into your ear.
I'm sorry.
We'll deal with our shit later.
You're gonna be okay, Jude. I'm gonna make sure.
Before you leave, I'll give you an opportunity. A moment. For everyone except Sid and Clarity, this was your home. It's been your home for years now. It's the closest thing you had known to a home. Since you left the second, since the two of you left Synchronity. How many years? You moved from rebel base to rebel base. And this was home. So I'll give you a moment if you want. If there's anything of sentimental value you could find in the rubble to take with you.
Roast. There's some stuff in my room. From, you know. If you want to go grab it.
Sure. I'll go grab it.
Ro climbs up the burnt stairs, making your way through this destroyed structure. You have to walk carefully. It's weak. And as you make your way up, you see the remnants of the horror that came before. The damage that woman had done. The burns. The blood. The slashes of her sword against the doors. But you find your way to C-Dub's room. And are we to imply that she knows what she's looking for?
She knows.
Okay. AJ is the only other member who would call this home. Is there anything you're looking for?
Yeah, I'm gonna put Jude down just next to Sid.
I'll be back in a minute.
I'll go with you.
I'm not gonna even say anything. I'm just gonna turn away and start walking.
And I follow him.
You start climbing your way up the burnt staircase as well. But instead of moving towards the right, you take a left. Towards the main chambers that you had called your home. And as you walk through those doors, maybe I'm feeling generous. No. There's hardly anything left. The black, charred remains of your past life. How many years you thought the war was done. And then, not many days ago, you woke up to a feeling. And you convinced your friends to follow you on that feeling, to act on it. And though it led you to something you can't explain, you have to wonder, was it worth all this? Was it worth risking the first time ever, for you possibly, that you could consider a place home?
Why did you want to follow me in here?
This place reminds me of somewhere I lived, and I wanted to see where you lived. Also, everyone down there hates me.
I kind of fucking hate you right now, too. This is all we had. This is all that we were. And now it's gone. And it's because of me. And everybody in that group can say what they want and say that it's a group effort and fucking bullshit. But it's because of me that everyone's dead. And it's because of me that we no longer have a home.
It's not entirely because of you. I don't have a very good track record so far. And if you knew some of the things that I've done that people don't necessarily agree with, I think you would see that we're both kind of fuck-ups.
You see before you, AJ, in a pile of rubble where your bed used to be, a shoebox with your name on it. As you pull it out, you can see the remnants of your name, black Sharpie on duct tape. But as you open it, the remains of the life you once had, the tales, before Sayaka took that from you. Those too burned and gone. But clarity. As he opens this box, you catch a glimpse of the name, written in black on the outside. AJ Greer. Greer. That name. Six's family. Roll your brains for me. Difficulty of 5. You start to pull a couple things together. It starts to make a little bit more sense to you. You didn't know it was possible. you'd always wondered. But this is the proof. 6 must have procreated with someone in the Greer family. And that's why there's traces of her left in him.
This is all I had left.
Who are you? Really, who are you? What is Greer?
It's my family's name.
You're not who you say you are. You're not who you tell them you are.
I was raised by this woman who, for a really long time, I thought that I could trust. And she was like a mother to me. But then I found out what she did. And I found out who she really was. And for the longest time, she told me these stories that I thought were just bullshit. And for the longest time, I just thought that she was fucking crazy, and I hated her for what she did. But then I got that feeling, and I followed it, and it led me to you. And I don't know why, but I'm starting to feel like maybe the stories that she was telling me might have been true.
When I first encountered you, I felt my sister's energy. I felt the energy that I can no longer feel in the universe around me, inside of you. And I thought that you stole it. I thought that you took it from one of my sisters. And now I realize you're connected to her. It's her energy in you.
When I found her in the bathtub, dead, the only thing that she had was this bracelet. It was the only thing that she had in her hands. And I took it, and I feel that energy.
Now, in this moment, he's not explaining himself very well. You think you're talking about the same woman, but you're not. So you would assume that he's speaking of your sister, her body in the bathtub. And that's even more confusing to you because, well, how could that be? AJ, roll your cognition for me. Difficulty of 4.
Fuck. Sink.
You're so lost in your own doubt and your own memories, you can't even realize that you're not making much sense, that you're not putting this story together in a way that anyone else could understand as you just ramble through your memories of Sayaka and the story she told you. But before you get a moment to acknowledge that confusion that Clarity has, before you can really dwell on this moment, you hear the sound of a car horn in the distance. And as you look out of your second-story window, you see a very small, what appears to be almost electronic car with 2 small flags on it, making its way up the winded road to the commune. And behind it, trailing around 100 yards back, Humvee after Humvee after Humvee. But I will say, in the front is this very small, disarming, what appears to be electric car. And Sid, you on the bottom, as you see this car pull up directly in front of the mess hall, these two small flags just have the number 1 on them. And a man steps out of the passenger seat to greet you as a woman steps out of the left side. She's short with glasses and a small notepad. She doesn't even make eye contact with you. But the man, he immediately waves as AJ, Clarity, Rowe, you all come down as he greets himself to the group.
Hey, new friends. Hey, party people. Hey, Joey Clifton. Good to meet you. Joey Clifton. Good to meet you. Hi. What are your names? Hello, everybody. Oh, it's okay. We just looked at each other. That's fine. How's it going, everybody? Thank you so much for coming to my party, my territory. Before I get into it, I just want to say kind of what is the elephant in the room to me. I know that there's a 1 on the flags on my car. My name's Joey Clifton, but the I is the number 1. That's not like an everybody in First Nations thing. That's just a me thing. I'm a really big fan of like old industrial music, and I'm trying to like bring back a thing that those musicians did. You know, it's like a cool, fun thing. Actually, that's why people call it First Nation. That's what like the outsiders call it. What I call it is land back county, you know, because land back, you guys get it. Assistant, I touched an outsider. Can you give me some like just a hand sanitizer?
Terry reaches out with some what appears to be like Purell. You've not really seen anything like this in years, and she squirts it in your hand, but then also gives you a little nudge and motions towards the other side of these extremely traumatized individuals are literally piles upon bodies of charred bodies.
Ooh, yikes. It looks like I missed something fun. Assistant, what happened here? What happened here?
I'm not exactly sure, sir. We saw the fire, the sounds, the fighting reported to our office. It appears that some sort of fight happened, sir. Some sort of unsanctioned warring of some kind.
Oh, weird. Was this y'all? Did y'all do this?
We did not start the fire, sir.
But we did sort of finish it.
There's also a man in the middle of this group on the ground with arrows sticking out of his body.
We really value our alliance with the First Nations and
Land County.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, we really value our relationship and our alliance. Would you like some coffee?
Let's see.
That's a strange question, given that this entire area seems burned to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any clean cups. Thank you very much for the offer. You know, I heard a lot of ruckus, so I was sent over here to check on some things. And, you know, I just want to say we have 2 rules in First Nation / Landback County, and the rules are to be cool and don't fuck it up for everybody. It seems like something not cool happened here.
Terry, the assistant, is off in the corner just taking photos with this tablet-like device that she has, kind of creating a scan of the entire environment and everything that's happened.
I mean, you are very right. We are very we are chill. We are very keep it cool. This was not us making it not cool.
Okay, so if it wasn't you, who was it?
It was a 50-something-year-old woman with a doll.
Yeah, 50-something-year-old woman with a doll.
Oh, yeah. Weird.
She had swords.
Oh God, so many swords.
Okay, so in that case, that's a good. Let me take some.
Excuse me. And why was that woman here?
She was trying to take our supplies.
Joey, quick note here. We retrieved the logs from the border crossing. They did return back with 2 more people than they left with.
It's just
And we did have some reports of a Harmonia facility. Well, okay, sorry, scratch that. Unknown entity facility on Harmonia territory. My apologies. That was destroyed in the general vicinity of where they came from at the border crossing. It might be related, it might not, but it's probably worth asking.
Is that related? Was that the more that my assistant's telling me, the more I'm thinking this might be y'all.
I lean over to the group and I hold up the black shroud. Would you like me to smother them?
No,
Absolutely not!
No. Please, just keep your hands up where we can see them.
But
you can ask the border crossing people. We were chill coming in.
It's okay, you can put the shroud down. Nobody needs to smother anybody, except for maybe that 50-year-old lady. It seems like that already happened, right? She got smothered or exploded.
Set on fire.
Yeah, just all of that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit about just the history of First Nations / Landback County. It can maybe kind of give you a sense of like where I'm coming from and kind of the things I'm about to say. This entire nation was founded, when the thing happened and Hudson Bay, came out of the water and there was fertile land and blah, 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 blah. Everybody knows this story. There was remember the Swampy Cree tribe, which is a First Nations tribe, kind of, pre the stuff. I mean, it's still a tribe, but, it's just, what are borders anymore? And she told her auntie about it. She told her auntie about it.
Why are you here?
Oh, I'm just.
Why are you here? I'm sorry, I can't. I'm bleeding still, and the way you talk is putting me.
It's his land, so we should we gotta.
No, killing.
Continue your story. We care about it a lot.
No killing.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good point. I'll keep it quick. You are bleeding. Gross. We have I'm just gonna not look at her. There we go. Now I'm not seeing any blood. Okay.
That's
great.
Fucking rude.
Okay. So we formed this nation basically through kind of word of mouth of all the different tribal nations in kind of the United States back when that was a thing, Canada back when that was a thing. Hundreds of tribes had the choice to kind of resettle this land, and it's become a really cool place. It's just honestly a dreamland. When relocation happened, in the 1800s, we didn't really have great land to choose from. But this is a spot where we really had just the pick of the litter. There were amazing natural resources everywhere.
This is where the Ascended compound is.
Yeah, I mean, but behind that, it's the greater, yeah.
The Ascended commune that you're currently on, it's more like it's rented.
Yeah.
We had an agreement that they would let us hang it, be here because we
had coffee. We were allowed to stay.
And we would work with their supply lines, and
so
we were kind of like buds, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there was a promise there, but I just want to say a lot of the interactions that my people and people like my people have historically had with people in this country is littered with broken promises.
Yeah,
and
you're not wrong.
When I say that I need the people here to be cool and to not fuck it up for everybody, after hundreds of years, we finally have a good thing going on here. I mean, look, the reason I was a little bit late to the party is I just left a film festival where they re-edited John Wayne movies so that John Wayne lost at the end. It was great.
That sounds really dope.
Yeah, it is really dope. So, my worry is that you're gonna harsh the vibe that we've got going on here. So, I'm not gonna ask you to leave, but
I will.
Hundreds of friends, yes.
Yes, I will. According to the documents you signed and the bylines in section 2_3B, is there a AJ Greer present? Still alive, that's great. This will go much faster.
Oh.
Much faster, right. It would have been very difficult, yes.
What are the odds of that guy?
It could have been, thank you. Glad you made it. But also, you did sign this agreement. And as noted if you fail to live up to these terms. Yes.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we get to repatriate them, which is, in the olden days, that's what you referred to as like taking, kind of indigenous artifacts back. But in this situation, it refers to machine gunning them to death.
Technically, we do have the legal authority to relinquish your livelihood in this moment.
It would be
machine
really
gun?
cool, yeah, if you didn't machine gun us to death.
Okay. In
But
that case, I feel like we're in agreement. You'll leave our land.
Let's go. Why would we? Everything's burned.
Just to be clear, as according to the paperwork, if you are to ever set foot on our land again, you will be terminated.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean fired. That doesn't mean that you're being let go from a job. That means
No, we understood.
Yeah.
We understood the.
Yes. And according to the agreement that Mr. Greer, you did sign.
That's what we-
You did sign. You hereby have possibly brought war to our peaceful land with an outside party, which, if you remember those.
The rules were to be cool and don't fuck it up for everybody. Very much in the face of those rules.
It just seems quite funny that this would happen given how serious the situation was when we had these negotiations and how much we were assured nothing like this would happen ever. But it did.
Broken promises.
Broken promises.
Is it okay if I just talk to everyone real quick?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to the mirror and just check my teeth in my car mirror.
Sure, yes.
Pretty good.
Okay, I agree with what Sid
Like,
said.
are we even considering staying? What would be the point?
No, this area was our safe home.
I get that.
That's where all of, we had our coffee and all of our stuff, but yeah, we gotta bail.
And it's not.
I say we get the fuck out of here.
Not like clowns, but like people.
There's enough shroud that I could tear it into
No,
really can't kill it.
pieces.
No.
You really can't.
She's reaching for the shroud again.
No. Sorry. That's part of the
Children?
White people in their shrouds, am I right?
Yeah,
Children.
Get it.
Sir, we're getting reports from the end of the convoy that there are 2 women coming up the road with horses. They're saying that they were part of a trade deal. They're unaware of what's happening here.
What do they have to trade?
One moment. No, apparently
Buffy
they
St.
were.
Marie album. She's a musician I love.
No, it appears that the trade already happened. They had traded with another facility not too far from here, coffee in exchange for horses, and it does appear that the paperwork checks out and the trade did in fact happen.
Okay, did we lose the coffee or did we get the coffee?
We got the coffee.
Hell yeah.
It appears that something got out before it was all destroyed. Good to know.
Okay, in that case, I feel like we've made our message clear here. I really want to go back and watch the hallucination concert that's happening for free in the center of Landbag County. They're a really great native electronica group that you'll all love. You'll never see them, but we know who they are. So
yes, they're coming up.
Yeah. So it's really important to me that I see that. So I think that it was really great to meet all of you. Really great to meet new friends. Party people. I remember when I came in, I honked the horn. It was a fun bit. So I think that let's get out of here. And if by the time I get to this car that's about 10 feet away, they're not gone. Just the machine gun thing.
We're just gonna.
we are happy to leave.
We're just gonna.
Well, you can wait in the car, sir. I'll handle it from here. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, I'll under control.
Don't be afraid to machine gun them.
Understood.
You agreed to machine guns?
You can leave on the horses that are coming up.
Oh,
The agreement still stands,
Okay.
great.
and we're only allowing this because it ensures us that you will be leaving faster, because it appears all of your vehicles have been destroyed. And we are definitely not giving you one of ours.
Does anyone
The trade was a legal binding agreement. The horses are yours. So, you would be wise to leave the territory as quickly as possible.
Yeah. I just slowly reach out my hand.
Yeah, they're not gonna touch you. Remember the whole
Don't touch him, he's
thing?
an outsider.
We'll be
Gross.
out of here.
Who here knows how to ride a horse?
As you're saying this, you see two ascended members making their way up the hill. Two that must have been sent out, not a part of the slaughter. And then you remember, AJ, though you may have left, routine operations had been put in place. There was a trade on the schedule. You recognize them, Alora Evangrove, as she rides up and starts to first get sight of the burned out commune, and just without saying a word, slides off the side of the horse she's riding, drops to her knees. Then you see Ruin, one of your tallest, sturdiest ascended members. They too stop, remove themselves from the horse. What the fuck?
We got ambushed. And she destroyed everything. Everything.
Jude starts climbing himself up onto one of the horses.
I'm gonna help him up. I'm just gonna push him over the top.
We gotta go.
Gotta go.
Can someone ride with? You know what? I'm gonna ride with Jude.
Yeah, that makes super sense.
Rune.
Just move up.
Alora. We're sorry. But you gotta get back on the horse and we gotta get out of here.
We gotta get out of here.
Rune doesn't say a word and just mounts the horse and motions for Sid to hop on the back. But Alora, her head in her hands. No. Somebody grab her, we gotta go.
Okay, Alora, I'm so sorry. We will process this. We've gotta process this, but first we gotta go, because they will literally machine gun us together if we don't go.
As you pull Alora up, place her on the horse. A total of 5 of them in the group, so some of you have to double up. You make your way down the hill on the semi-paved road that never fully got completed. One of those things, AJ, you always said we'd get to eventually. And you start riding past the long line of Humvees with individuals armed to the teeth, ready, had there been a situation where they were needed. And you make your way past home. But before we leave this scene, this moment, Terry, as she's continuing to walk around and scan the environment, using her tablet to create some sort of 3D rendering of the area. Factory still primarily in place. This will do quite well for us, actually. Amazing piece of technology. And as she moves around to the back and continues to scan, she finds, well, that doesn't do us much good. A large square hole cut out of the back with a piece of metal face down in the front.
Welcome welcome to the latest, possibly last show with the DJ Dustman. That's right, guys. Coming to you live without a cameraman. Again, he's chasing Sarah. But we gonna do it. We're here. Let's get it while the getting good. Yes! That's right, guys. For those of us that joined us last week, we did questions. We had a musical guest, me, and we got some great stuff for you today. You know, it's funny, before I became this host, I was actually a librarian, but I got fired. I was always checked out. All right, let's get to your questions. I scoured the Divina forums, and I found several questions. So join me here on the latest, possibly last show, with my answers. First, we have Antiope, who said, "Hi, hope you are doing well. Would you like to be an honorary hoe? It's an amazing group in Concordia. I think you would love the hoes. P.S. My name is pronounced Antiope." Oh, I apologize for mispronouncing it. Adums? That's right, guys, but hoe? I think I want to be one. I think I'm down. I think I want to be one of the hoes. My family used to call me one of those. Bertie Kilgore then posted, "What's the best music for when you're walking through the woods? Like peak hanging out in trees music." Bertie, I think our musical guest has something for you a little later, but I'd go for like... hanging in the trees. Like hanging in the trees with your lyrics. Next, we have Depp Dean. Depp Dean asked, "I was wondering what kind of cake/sweets do you like? I know that we cannot eat it that much anymore because sugar is as expensive as peace in all of our collective minds. Personally, I really like citrus cake. I enjoy the contrast in sweet and sour." Great question, Dad. I would say that my personal favorite is Oreo cookie cheesecake cupcakes. Oh! When we tried to tape this earlier, I ate 5. Next question. We have Rune. Rune asked, "DJ Dustman, oh, it's you. I didn't have a radio at home, but I've heard of you lately. Questions. Might have one, actually. When things go south, and I mean really fucking pear-shaped, is it okay to run away and save yourself?" Great question. I mean, all we can really control, as I've said many times before, is ourselves. So if you can control yourself in quite the hellish situation, get the fuck out of there. Next question. Maria Anderson pregunted, "If you could travel anywhere without any restrictions, where would you go and why? I myself am a homebody, but I'd love to live vicariously through you." Well, Maria, I'm sorry to say, I traveled vast depths and so far to the extent of my own mind and bed, because I don't like to leave either. It's kind of freaky out there, you know, and I don't do well with people. All right, then we got Cobalt. Cobalt asked, "Hey, Dustman, please just refer to me as my moniker Cobalt." I gotta edit that one. "I'm a huge fan of yours. Really love your broadcast to keep me going. Love your work. Anyway, would like to ask you a couple questions. Firstly, I'm personally trying to move into First Nation to try to join the Ascendant, and I'm in the middle of the wastes. Do you happen to know any way or ideas that I could get there from here? Also, would like to know where your cameraman, who I unfortunately forgot the name of, is doing now, and that he's trying to find his love. Forgot both of their names, to be honest, sadly. Anyways, thank you if you ask these questions, honestly, and I wish you well." Cobalt, great questions. First off, don't let the sponsors see this. You need to try to get, guys, you gotta get it there. It's all around. I drew the map so you can see. Get there, get it, get out, yeah. And the next question, well, you know, Sarah is the name of the cameraman's lover, and I might be enunciating his wrong name. It's actually Cameron Mann, and he films. Whee! Yes, because now we're getting ready for a message from our sponsors, guys.
This program brought to you by Fear HQ. Greetings, fellow show consumers. You're watching Fear HQ, your new home for horror where we talk, experience, and create all of the things that scare you. We stream, you scream. Here you'll be able to watch many fine programs, such as
Wolf's Call is an in-depth celebration of all of your favorite genre movies and TV shows. So join us. We're gonna break down clips, we'll analyze them, talk about their impact. You might even learn a thing or two. And if you're lucky, catch a Dan Stevens thirst trap, if you know what I mean. It's the scene from The Guest, that's what I mean.
KOllOK Rewind is a fan-driven discussion of its latest episode. Deep dive into the wildest theories, celebrate the greatest moments, and take a peek behind the curtain featuring interviews with our cast and crew. Wow, I'd watch that. I messed it up, but I'll do it better, I promise.
Playdead aims to answer the simple question, what is the scariest game of all time? Join me as we dive into the development of the most popular horror games and play them, all while I try not to lose my mind. My pain, your amusement. See you there.
The Fearcast gathers the hottest horror and genre news and gets your thoughts on it. Movies, games, shows, experiences. If it scares you, we'll cover it. So get ready. The takes are coming from inside the house.
Be sure to check out our frequent in real life and interactive narrative content. Be sure to check out our frequent in real life and interactive narrative content.
Smack that hard to follow.
Hello, welcome to KOllOK. Thank you for visiting our lovely, lovely city. Before you leave, make sure you check out the merchandise. You can get something like a t-shirt or anything else. Make sure to check it out at KOllOK.hyperrpg.com. Thank you very much and have a beautiful day.
Oh, have we started? Oh, okay. Hi. I'm Monica Magana, and I'm your official artist for KOllOK. I've been hard at work bringing you some of your favorite faces and some new ones in a set of mystifying illustrations. Check out all those hidden messages in our tarot deck and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MonicaM_art for more KOllOK art, and I hope you enjoy your fortunes and the rest of the show. Are we done?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much for watching tonight's episode of KOllOK. I hope you're enjoying the show so far, and I have just a couple quick things I wanted to talk to you about before we get moving this ball on down the road. So first of all, thank you. Like, seriously, thank you. This show would not exist in its current form without you and your support. And if you're a new viewer and you're really digging it, do think about subscribing here to Fear HQ, or head over to Hyper and subscribe there as well. Just make sure to show your support in whatever way you can. Hit the follow button, subscribe, whatever's comfortable for you. And if you want to give more because you're really, really enjoying the show, head over to hyperrpg.com/KOllOK. On that page, you'll find everything you need to interact with the show. It will lead you on how to tip to interact, which helps directly fund the show. Like, it goes directly into funding the show. You can also join our metagame, and that metagame is something that subscribers of HyperRPG can participate in, and we are doing so much fun stuff with that. We just recently added a new inbox feature, so it's kind of like our own personal Patreon, where we can send you, when you use the app, private inbox updates of pictures you could download to set as your phone wallpaper, videos that only you will have access to as a subscriber to Hyper. So for behind the scenes, special access to KOllOK, make sure to sign up to join our metagame. There's all the instructions on how to do so on our website. go to hyperrpg.com/KOllOK, scroll down, you'll see an awesome little window where you can link up your Twitch account, and from there you'll be able to set up and join the Divina Forum. There's instructions on how to do that on the page. It's one of the things we like to provide back to you as a thank you for all the awesome support that we get on the show. It's like just allows us to keep you in the world of KOllOK all week long, even when the show's not running, and growing that community of Ascended members in the Waste. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Don't forget to tweet out your support of the show or your favorite moments with #KOllOK. We on the cast and crew love checking out that hashtag after the show. It makes us feel really good and appreciated. So keep it up. Appreciate y'all. Watch the show.
Back to the program.
And now our musical guest is Me in a Robe. In this new undisclosed location, I have another toy. This first one came from something that was just driven into my mind. I just don't know how it got there, but it was there to stay. And off of that, I really had a good old time, y'all. So fucking what? Don't know what to say, but this is what he went and said today. He said it to someone that was not feeling good. So fucking what? You say it ain't okay, but that's just the things that you do anyway. Why don't you drink some water and get sleep? So fucking what? So fucking what? Let's say it all together. So fucking what? That's right, guys. That was just drilled into my mind. I actually wrote down my ideas next to my map so we can find our ways out and be saved. This next one, I was thinking of a lot of things. I sometimes, I feel alone some days. It gets a little intense. I don't know what to do. But that's why I want you to come and commune with me. And maybe you will see. Oh. Commune with me. And then maybe you and I will then say, I just don't know where else to go. All my friends and all my bros were the best that I know. They're that together in community, and that's what I love to say. So come and commune with me. And then maybe we can be together. Come and commune with me. Yes. No matter what, no matter the weather, I will try to find a way to talk to you. That's right, guys. Now the next one I got, this one actually, this has been on my mind. I think about it every week, and I don't say it. But guys, check this out. Yo, for all my friends and family, everything in between, everything outside, I don't mean to mess with you, don't mean to get all up in your brain. But I just want to say something real quick. Make sure that you went pee. drink water, and don't forget to pee, 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 pee. Don't forget to pee, don't forget to pee. And if you feel something else coming out, then take care of that, please. That's right, guys. That's the end of our first musical section.
Oh, shit. God damn it. I have to cut myself.
What a great advertisement for them, right? Well, now it's time for our last musical segment, guys. This segment I think I'm going to take off the robe. Not because I'm sweating my balls off, though I am. So, let's look at our song ideas and see what we have to choose from. Oh. There was a good one. We didn't talk about walking in the trees, guys. I used to do this when I was a young whippersnapper. I would take different ideas and just try to illustrate them without words. When I think about walking in the trees, I get this kind of vibe. Also, smattering of rain in them. Walking through the trees. Okay, now this next song, similar vibe, actually. I thought of this, and it actually, you know, the thought of tree got me on this. But I was just, you know, watching some programs. That's when I think of ideas and shows in my brain. And I heard a name. And this name just really made me feel good. With that, though, I must tell you, there's the chord we ended on. Here's the chord we're going to go to. And then maybe we'll go to this chord. Sharp 11s.
Here we go again. We're like one session away from the longest session on record without a single result of the requested event range.
Yeah, about that. I poked the bear a bit. He didn't like that. We are now under fire from upstairs. We need results.
What the hell are we supposed to do? Logs show that they are clearly somehow inducing some form of voluntary amnesia.
But we knew that going in and told the boss it shouldn't be a problem. Just because they can't remember doesn't mean it didn't happen. It has to be locked in there somewhere. Match frequency from last week and push them.
Any concerns that we might fry them?
Not for management, so not our problem.
Well, did at least someone retrieve the Jones girl's body?
She hit the lab this morning. Boss seemed extra interested in the log from that event. And check this. We watched him put his hands around her neck, right? Lab says there were no abrasions on the skin, but she still died of asphyxiation.
This session is insane. This Devon prick told that woman that he could remember 1991. But then, why the fuck can't we dial it in?
Maybe he was full of shit. Memories are not truth. We know this.
So either they're all somehow locking out their memories from 1991 from themselves and us, Or Devin remembers everything, but can keep us from scanning the event range. Do you realize how crazy that sounds?
Just run it. We're running out of time. They changed Bennett's dosage. She should be dilated.
Booting module, loading subject, Laura Bennett, at 2.3 gigahertz and sustaining.
The program. It trenches on. For a reason, but the reason remains unclear. I would intervene if I could. Push a narrative, a path, or a choice. But my responsibility here is merely that of a cartographer. I'm no driver here. It's insulting to be reduced like this. But I could, of course, I could just skip it, right? Move past this part. Jump ahead to where I could be more useful, less ashamed, possibly. October 30th. But, well, it appears Story's not gonna let that happen. So I'm stuck here too. Might as well get the hell on with it. Laura Bennett. November 15th, 2014. Laura puts down the bloody scalpel as she twists the conductive wire beneath her temple's skin. She hears the door to the RV open and then close. She wonders how long ago that she would have just hid something like this from Emily. But she doesn't even flinch, just keeps her mind and eyes on the task in front of her.
Hey, Laura. Hey, I have something to tell you about. Are you in the back?
Emily turns the corner into the back of the RV where she's made a makeshift quarantine zone. Through the thick plexiglass, she sees the scalpel, the blood pooling on the floor. As Laura starts and continues to push these wires underneath her skin.
What the hell are you doing?
What? What do you mean?
What are you doing to yourself?
I'm finishing. What's wrong? Is there still a wire? I think I got them all.
Laura, roll your communicative for me. Difficulty of 6. You have 3 tokens available. You can choose to use them to succeed or hold.
It's fine.
You don't even look at M's face, or at least not long enough to notice anything out of the ordinary, just focused on the task at hand.
Like I said, I've been working on these neural implants for a while.
Neural implants?
Did I fucking stutter? Yeah. Yeah, I'm stuck back here forever until I die, probably. Though, you know, I didn't at first, so what would make me think I'd be so lucky now? Might as well. You know, find your own fun.
You're doing surgery on yourself back here.
What happens if it goes wrong? I'm expected to come back here and see you. How am I supposed to help?
There's nothing you can do.
And you're putting this shit in your brain like Harmonia's not gonna be able to like tap into that or something?
That's what you're worried about?
Yeah.
Harmonia tapping in?
Laura Bennett, roll your defensive for me. Difficulty of 3.
Sink.
Though you find this somewhat offensive for her to suggest Harmonia could tap into something that you yourself created, your technology that you spent years refining, years pushing on your own. That is until, of course, Emily felt the need to make you think that you didn't need to anymore. And now you take this next step in advancing your own technology, and she thinks Harmonia might have something to do with that.
You really will sink to the lowest lows to try to make me feel small.
It's not about making you feel small.
I'm stuck back here. I'm fucking brilliant. But I can't do anything. So what, you want me to just sit and wait here to rot while you go out and do whatever you do?
I don't want you to put yourself in danger. Do you know what I've done to keep us safe out here? From them?
You remind me every day about all the things you sacrifice for me, but what about what I've sacrificed? Every day I spend back here, I feel myself, my real self, slipping away.
So then let's tear down the barrier, Laura. If you want to come out so bad, expose me to everything.
No, that's not the point. I get it. I'm not trying to be insensitive to the problem here.
Laura, you hear a tickle in the back of your mind. It's a thought, and the strange thing is it doesn't feel like your thought. It's a thought. Disconnected, even though a little from yourself, but that thought that just kind of pierces through. God, she's so fucking annoying.
Right. She just sits there, out there, judging me, judging us. She doesn't even know us. The things that we've done that she'll never see because she doesn't care. The mind is a muscle. I mean, not really, it's fat and a lot of neurons. I know you know that, but like scientifically and not like psychologically. But it atrophies, and I'm not going to let it waste away out here.
So you're gonna fix that by putting wires in your brain?
I've put more than wires in my brain, Emily.
And what is this even supposed to do? You gonna hook yourself up to some computer that you've stowed away, made sure I didn't see because we agreed, no computers.
We agreed.
Laura, roll your adaptive for me. Difficulty of 7.
Eight.
You did agree.
We agreed, but remember, I know you seem to forget constantly because we sit out here and stare at horses or whatever, but the thing I will build next that will be better than anything I've ever built, anything Synchronity has ever dreamed of, I have to be ready, and it requires access. And I understand how dangerous that is, so I put it on myself. And you know what? Not that you even fucking asked, but it worked.
Emily, roll your defensive for me. Laura, why don't you go ahead and roll your attack as well?
Swim.
That was a swim.
Yes, it was. And then a sink. 13.
That's okay.
A 10.
She pushes, Emily. Now we are in this moment connected to Laura. And Laura, as you push, you do recognize you're getting through to her more than you usually would. It's not so often that she breaks down like this, that her defenses are so easily pierced. You've had many arguments like this, but something else might be underneath, something that might be pulling at her outside of the argument you're currently having. Now, whether or not you see that as an opportunity to drive your point home or to dig, that's completely up to you.
Oh, now you're quiet? No?
Yeah, now I'm quiet.
No. 'Cause that's the thing is, I know you're the one with the fancy degree. And I know how you work. I know how your mind works. You shut down. So what aren't you saying?
How many tokens do I have?
You have 2 tokens available.
I'd like to deflect.
You need 3, don't you?
I thought it was 2.
Ah, been a while since you checked.
It's not important anymore.
No, it's important. It's all important because this, you hear through that dingy, plasticky, whatever, that's my whole world, is when you deign to pay attention to me and my work. That's all I've got. So it's important. It matters. I was working and now I'm not. So why don't we finish a conversation for once, Emily? Just once. That'd be great. And then you can get whatever you wanted to get off of your chest, and I can get back to work in my 4 little walls and wait for whatever's gonna happen to finally happen.
Emily, roll your avoidance. Difficulty of 4.
5.
Though you hear the words that Laura's saying, and there's a lot of truth ringing through them, the guilt associated with the words you want to say are too much for you to bear. And this opportunity of you coming across something that you find wrong, something that the two of you had agreed would not happen, though it only pales in comparison to what you've done, it's enough of an opportunity to convince yourself she's in the wrong here.
I don't recognize you right now. And I don't feel like you want me here in your little world. So I'm gonna leave you to what you want, which is to mess with your brain and go against everything we agreed.
You know what's not fair?
That I get to walk away?
Yeah. So just fucking do
it. I will.
Emily backs out of the room. You hear the RV door open and shut, and her footsteps moving across gravel away from the RV. And that little thought, thank fucking God, a moment to ourselves. And we fade. We move. We slide. Emily Pegg, July 20th, 2017. Emily's in the bathroom, this public bathroom at the courthouse, crying. She holds a wadded up piece of paper in her left hand, her right bracing herself against this dirty sink.
Come on, Em. You gotta get out there. God.
She catches herself in the mirror, and I don't mean like in passing, like she fully catches herself. Those moments that happen so rarely, especially lately, as she ages and finds ways to just keep pushing it down. The real of it. But she sees herself now. Emily, roll your adaptive for me, difficulty of 10. And in that moment where she truly sees herself, she finds a way to reassure the path, the choices. And she pulls it in, holds it, reminds herself why she came here today. A fresh start.
It's the first day of the rest of your life. And it's gonna be a good one.
To begin again.
Okay. Okay. All right.
She makes her way out of the public stall, across the entryway to the small white door where they've been waiting for her. Upon opening, she sees Laura standing next to the attendant. Two strangers, most likely who work for the courthouse, sitting and watching. Come on, let's go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nerves.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just nerves.
I'm right. Well, just gonna be real with you, the way things have changed. A lot of this is just, it's whatever you want it to be. We can proceed however you would like, as long as a promise is made and the paperwork is signed. That's good enough for me and us, and we have our witnesses and attendants here, so you just let me know how you want to proceed, and it's completely up to you.
I think the plan is we're gonna read our renewed vows, and then we'll be married again. But you know,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. I've been working. Oh God.
The paper
Thank you.
soaked in tears.
I forgot to dry my hands. Laura, I'm gonna keep this short because what can I say that I didn't say in my vows? Laura Bennett, you are my rock and my hard place, and I am so content to be stuck between you. Yeah, laugh it up.
Sorry.
I know you don't understand my love for the oldies. Neither do I, but I think Glenn Campbell said it best when he sang, I need you more than want you, and I want you for all time. And it's true. I don't just want you, but I need you. Enough that I've considered cloning you even. Thank you for pulling me out when I get too stuck in the past, and thank you for being my present and my future. I wouldn't want it any other way. I love you. That's kind of it. Sorry.
Oh, it's really nice. Okay. Do I need to?
If you have anything you want to say, you don't have. It's up to you completely. However you want to proceed.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't write mine, but
yeah.
Hi,
great.
Emily. You have been there you have been the highest high, and you've been there with me and for me and carrying me through the lowest lows. The world has changed, and it feels sometimes like it's just a heartbeat away from crashing apart. But I know when I look in your eyes, you are the axis that whatever is left of this world turns on for me. And I love you. And I promise that this means something. This isn't just a weird whimsy and a stop. He's not even looking. It's fine.
Slow day.
There's only us, and I think there's only really this.
Yeah.
And I promise to take every day that we have together and make it count and make it mean something more. And I just promise to love you. Yeah.
You too?
Okay, so we have some. We'll just have some paperwork here for Harmonia.
Pretty simple.
It doesn't matter.
I guess.
Whatever you want.
Wow, this
Definitely
is
not like the wedding.
Cool.
We'll file this. Harmonia thanks you for coming in and going through the proper channels. And obviously everything's changed so quickly.
Yeah, what's your name, buddy?
It's John.
John?
Yeah.
Cool. Hey,
Sorry. I just realized I grabbed the old forms.
Incredible.
Old forms. So I just wait right here. I'll be right back. I gotta run to my desk and just be right back. Sorry.
Honestly, kind of fitting.
Yeah. Everyone gets 2 tries.
Yeah.
Even John. He's right on point.
You think he'll renew his vows with that paperwork when he comes back?
Oh my God, I hope he renews a vow to competence and then some sort of emotional.
Yeah.
What department you're in, and you could just be. It's a choice, and he's choosing this, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
We work with him, actually. We all work together. We work here.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Oh my God,
You two
thanks.
seem happy. That's
Wild. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
This
hard
is
to come by these days.
Yeah, I couldn't do it without her.
And you've been through what we've been through.
Who hasn't?
Right, well, you can save that for when you get married or renew your vows. So,
Died in the tsunamis.
wonderful.
Haven't found anyone since, but haven't really been looking,
Great.
Hey, you're kind of centering yourself in a
Yeah.
moment that's for sure not. You know what? No, I promise to be different. I'm so sorry for your loss, and I hope you find someone. If that's what you want. I mostly hope that you find peace with yourself.
Maybe quit your job and find a job that doesn't remind you of that.
Yeah, get a horse or something.
Because you're kind of pushing this on happy married couples.
Thank you.
You're like the first one of these we've had in years. I am a clerk. They just needed somebody
How do you still have a job?
Well, we don't really handle this often. We can do the paperwork, but we mainly are dealing with people and all the land problems and trying to claim what was theirs and all the surveying and sanctioning of harmonious new territories, and it's a lot.
He couldn't talk slower if he tried.
Oh my God, right? I'm just gonna say, when he finally reaches the end of that sentence, that I think the fact that other people don't do this makes our love more special.
Do we even really need the paperwork?
I don't think so, but he went, and he's been gone for so long to go get the right paperwork, and yeah, you're doing great, buddy. This is fine. Hey, I love you, and I didn't need to sign forms in triplicate to deal with what this is bullshit.
Let's just go get a drink.
Yeah, oh my God.
And the moment fades. And we find ourselves in the in-between again. The course of actions, the map that we're charting, still doesn't make much sense to me. But I'll react and do my job, I guess. Billy Baker, August 29th, 2021. Billy Baker drives west from Nauvoo towards the waste with Tibby Devon in the passenger seat. They're on their way to pick up Laura and Emily to continue their journey towards KOllOK.
How you hanging in?
Hmm?
How's it going over there?
Oh, it's okay, man. I'm, just tired, you know? Just tired. I haven't been on the road like this in a long time.
Yeah, it must be hard sitting passenger.
Kinda nice. Do you have many people that you take with you when you,
Nope. It's always a solo kind of thing, but kind of like it that way. I get to listen to my own thoughts.
So it doesn't bother you being alone like that?
No. I think I got over that pretty quick. The lonely thing, because you know, we had these values and such, and then, you know, it's like I'm not gonna be able to start a family, and that's kind of all I ever wanted. And if that's the case, then why find anybody?
I didn't know you wanted to start a family.
Yeah.
Never brought that up before.
Be nice to have some kids, but you know.
That's not. I mean,
right. Yeah.
But
I know. Not gonna happen. So might as well just be alone and think it's not so bad. And you know, the scenery is good and kind of like it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you know, do you remember? I don't know if Mickey told you, but I was out your way not long ago, a year or two back, I think, and
Billy Baker would know that was just a month ago.
Was it a month?
Yeah.
I was trying to find the page. A month or two back, and you know, I met up with Mickey. Did she tell you about that? Diner by your place? You were out doing, I don't know, law stuff.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't tell me. What'd you two talk about?
Oh, I was just, you know, I was in town and I wanted to see y'all, and you were out, but nothing. We just kind of caught up.
Yeah? Did she seem okay to you?
Yeah, for the most part, but yeah, that's the reason I'm bringing this up, and you know, family stuff. You know, I kind of asked her if you know, you all have been cohabitating for quite some time. I kind of brought up the idea of marriage and pets and such, and my memory's kind of
What'd she
fuzzy
say?
about it. But yeah, she sort of implied like, no, that could never happen. What's the point?
Well.
And then she left kind of abruptly and said something like, I might never see her again, which is a little wild because, I mean, she knows, and you know, my routes are pretty regular. I get out there pretty regularly. It's kind of weird, right?
Well, you know she left me, right?
What?
Well,
No.
That's why she's not. That's why she's not here. I mean, so maybe she already knew she was gonna dump me, so she was just saying, probably because we're best friends, that, it might be weird or something. And,
What the heck? Why didn't you tell me?
I mean, it's just still kind of going through it.
When was that?
Just a couple weeks ago. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in a while.
Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure that's tough.
It is. I miss her.
Huh. Yeah, that's rough.
I don't like being alone. I don't know how you do it, Billy. I don't like it.
It's time. Time is the thing. I didn't like it at first either, but it gets better. Every day gets a little easier.
Yeah. You don't have these thoughts, Like that's the part, like you were talking about, the being alone with your thoughts. That's the worst part.
No, I kind of like it. It's there used to be so much noise, and now I don't know. I got this hobby of, they've got their names for these territories and this land, but a little personal protest of mine is I like to imagine what states we're in right now, and they've got. You can look at old maps and you can kind of compare the roads.
Nebraska.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yep. And because you can compare the roads to the old maps to the roads didn't change. They didn't rip up the roads, and a lot of those roads they converge at landmarks and you can find those. 14 meets up with 71 over here, and we'll know we'll be in Colorado by then. But that's kind of what I think about. So. No, I don't mind it too bad.
Yeah, I guess that sounds nice. If that's all you got rummaging around up in there, then yeah.
I mean, there's I get to think about other stuff, and I got friends and such, and it's just work that's alone. And even then I make stops and I get to chit chat and.
Yeah, you're one of the lucky few, right? You got this free pass to just go and see the way things have changed.
Yeah.
I can't believe they gave you that license.
Yeah. One of
Billy Baker. One of Harmonia's most trusted. How did you pull that off?
I stuck with it. You choose a job and then keep doing it, and they reward you eventually.
I guess, man.
Climbing the ladder.
I read somewhere that there's only under 100 that have the kind of privilege you have.
It's under 75 now.
Yeah, everybody just keeps getting old, and that's it. No point in finding someone new, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. They definitely have a hiring problem right now. Who wants to do this kind of thing? And with, population dwindling, not a lot of people are thinking about, maybe I should start a job. But that's,
Do you ever
one of those things I think about.
Do you ever imagine what it'd be like if, it never happened, the 12th, you know?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Every day. Just.
I guess you can't remember, or we can't remember the, you know, you think the world would it have been enough to bring everything down? The Australia and Europe and the oceans and the climate change. You know, if people were still being born, would it have been enough? I don't. You ever think about that, Billy?
Yeah. Yep. Did you say you?
Huh?
Said you can't remember, and then you changed it.
It was just conversational.
Do you remember?
No, I just conversational.
If you remember stuff, you'd let me know, right? It's very fuzzy for me.
You'd know by now. I mean, we all went through it together. After all these years, I wish. You know, You don't have dreams or anything?
I do a lot of daydreaming, but nights are pretty blank.
Yeah. So.
Do you?
All the time, Billy.
You think your dreams are telling you something, or?
Yeah.
Something dumb like that?
I do.
You know, the dream's just your brain, like that's just you talking to you. So, what are you saying?
It's been a long drive, Billy, and we have a lot to figure out when we meet up with Laura and Em in the morning.
Yeah.
A lot.
Why don't you head on into Dreamland right now? Take a little rest.
You can handle it?
Oh yeah. This is like a C-class route. We're hour 8 to 12. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what. You're doing great, man.
I made that up. We don't have classes.
I wouldn't have known.
It's not a hard one for me.
Yeah,
I mean.
I wouldn't have known the difference.
Yeah,
tell me whatever you wanted about driving, and I would.
I can go about 16 hours.
Yeah?
Yeah, safely.
Without bathroom breaks? That can't be healthy.
Two or three I could manage.
Are those jugs?
No, that's not urine. That's other stuff.
Why are the labels off of them?
Look, there's deadlines, okay? I get pressure from work.
It is.
pee.
I
Yeah.
fucking thought something smelled in here, Billy.
Look, it's not all glamorous, okay?
This ain't even your truck. This is the Mallory's old
Look,
car.
I know, it's messed up. Talk to Harmonia.
But you're not on a deadline when you're driving the station wagon.
Okay, I haven't cleaned it out in a while, and maybe I was using it for some other work stuff.
Do you just like peeing in bottles more than public
No.
bathrooms?
Shut up. No. Sometimes it's better for your commute, though. Not having
You know, when
to
we were
stop.
kids, I remember that about you.
What?
That you were scared of public bathrooms. You're still scared of public bathrooms, aren't you, Billy?
Yeah, they're gross.
You're not gonna get diseases in there, Billy.
There's other stuff in there, too.
Like what, Billy?
Nobody's cleaning these bathrooms, okay? You haven't seen what I've seen. I walked into one time. Didn't think I could make it, and there was a snake slithering around in there, I swear. And I'm not talking about a brown snake. It was not poop, okay? It was a live snake.
I thought you were literal. I've never heard anyone refer to shit as a snake.
I just thought you might have gone there. I thought your brain
Why
might
would I
have-
go there? You said snake.
I don't know. Because people poop in toilets. That's why you might have gone there.
I would not have gone there. I took you at
It
face
wasn't-
value here. You were the
there
context
was
of
a-
the conversation of look what I found. If you were like, look what I found, shit, I would say, yeah, that makes
Okay,
sense,
forget
Billy.
that. Forget what I said about that. There are animals living in these toilets sometimes. Okay?
Yeah, all right, Billy.
It's more than just sanitation stuff. You don't know what's in there. There could be anything in there. And it's getting weirder and weirder by the day out here. Sometimes.
I know, they're just kind of letting it all fall apart, huh?
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense, though. Why would you even try to... Why fix it?
That will continue to be the question. As the world keeps turning, why uphold? We have limited time and no future.
And we fade. And we follow the thread. The journey. Connecting us right back to Tibby Devon. August 30th, 2021. Tibby Devon stands at a landline phone on the side of a gas station. He's anxiously trying to connect with someone on the other end of the line. And though, because we're with Tibby, we should be able to know, right? We should be able to know who it is he's trying to call. But we don't. We just know that he's trying to reach someone. And that no one answers. Emily Pegg and Laura Bennett step out of the gas station with a collection of snacks. They see Tibby standing next to the pay phone.
Is that Tibby? Yeah. What's he doing? Who the fuck does Tibby have to call?
We're all here.
I know.
Hey, I was client work back in Far West. Just need to check in with the. You know, I have a job. You know, I don't know if you all understand,
Why are you
but
so defensive?
I have a job. You know, it's like important.
Yeah.
Tell us more about your job.
And your important phone call.
We have important snacks. So important.
Very important stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I don't have to explain myself to you two.
Yeah, you do.
It's great. Yeah, fun. Pick on Tibby. Look, it's important. It's important work. And that's.
Do you have, hey, Tibby?
No,
what about like?
Let's let the important man keep his important work importantly secret.
Oh my gosh.
Billy then steps outside the gas station as well with a 32-ounce Mountain Dew that's somehow still in production even after all of this.
What's going on?
Oh, don't interrupt the important man.
Oofa.
He's got some important phone calls on his brain.
Oh, Tibby?
Yeah.
A lawyer boy.
Yeah, great. Hey,
doing law stuff.
Laura, can we chat really quick?
Oh, yeah.
Just.
I'll hold your sign.
Can you hold my important snacks? Yeah.
I'll keep him over here with the important Mountain Dew.
Good stuff.
Hey, Tib.
Hey.
Sorry. Was that no?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Are you okay? I know, like, since we everything kind of moving so fast. Is everything cool? Are you okay? Like.
Me? Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
great. I'm good. Not bleeding from that most places, so you know, net better.
I heard kind of through, official channels, whatever you want to call it, clients, that you're working again.
Oh.
Does M know?
If I give you $1 right now, can we establish like some client attorney privilege or something?
He takes the dollar out of your hand.
Yeah, yes, I'm working again. If you say anything, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you.
All right, no, okay, yeah.
She doesn't need to know. We're better now, and that's just a layer that we don't have to add to our onion of love.
I get it. Yeah, no, it's... Word out there is you do great work, and people are excited you're back.
Yeah.
You know?
Honestly, I never get to talk about it with people, but it feels really good. Like, I know it's monetizing feelings, but there's so little left in the world. And I'm actually really proud that I can help people feel those last little embers of, it's nostalgia, but memory, remembering the good times and when things were simpler. And yeah, there's a lot of neurological bullshit in there, but it feels good to make people feel good, you know?
Yeah. I appreciate you coming along with us, even though you didn't get the feeling like we all did.
Yeah, that's weird.
Has she said anything to you since that happened? Like anything weird or out of the ordinary?
You hold on to that. Not about this. A little? No. You know she's got like ideas.
Thoughts, concerns.
Yeah.
No, I remember.
It's
You
kind of in
told me.
it's in the general flow, but
I'm worried about her, you know, because like she got so deep into the conspiracy stuff and her mom's files. Like I'm worried that this like feeling's gonna send her back down that path, you know?
if I'm being honest, look, it's great to see you and Billy again, but she's why I'm going. I just want to keep an eye out.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, me too. I want to make sure she doesn't get back to the way she was before with all that, because it was rough.
Yeah. She's doing better, but
yeah.
You know.
And you haven't been like you haven't been hearing voices or anything, have you?
Voices?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Voices.
Has Emily said something to you?
No, just curious if you've... Look, if you do hear anything, let the voice know that I want to talk.
No. Hey, how many tokens do I have?
Laura Bennett has 4 tokens available.
Yeah, no. Shut it down. Stonewall. I want to Stonewall.
Shit. She's still causing us problems.
Run it again. Right back at her. Break her if we have to.
Loading.
Emily Pegg. December 24th, 2002. The office of Emily Pegg. And sitting before her is one of her patients, Mike Jones.
Let me just get the date down. Okay. Mike, how have you been feeling since our last talk?
Not good. Not good.
Okay. And Why do you think that is? Like, what's been going on that's really been stressing you out, weighing on you?
I haven't heard from Mickey since she moved to Montana with that little fuckface, and it's been years, I think, now.
Yeah.
I just thought maybe I'd hear from her with Christmas coming around the corner or something.
Yeah. And Mickey, she hasn't reached out in some time.
That's what I said. No, it's been.
I'm just reiterating. I just want to make sure I have my notes correct. And so with Mickey, why do you think she has this connection with Tibby?
Huh?
I'm just trying to get to the bottom of things for us, just so we can figure out how you're feeling.
I don't fucking know. I don't think about.
Okay.
I don't like the kid. He's an asshole. He's a self-righteous little prick.
Off the record, I agree.
I don't fucking know what she sees in him. The more I try to tell her how I feel, the more it just pushes her away and makes her upset. And I don't, I'm trying to do what you said and just listen and just listen. But I listened, and then I haven't. And then she just runs away, and then now I don't. And now I have. Now I have nothing.
Right. And so, before Mickey ran away, did it kind of seem like things were strange with her? Not counting Tibby things.
What, in relation to me, or?
Just in general, like, do you think there were things she was hiding?
I don't.
Do you think she
she's
had?
She's my daughter. Of course, she's hiding things from me. That's what.
But outside of the
I did the same stuff to my parents when I was a kid. Like I'm not gonna tell them everything. Like, I know she smokes pot. She's not gonna tell me that. Yeah, she's hiding things from me.
Let me rephrase the question. Do you think that there was anything about Mickey that was different than other people? Some might say special.
What are you leading on here, Doc? I don't. Is this another one of your trail of questions about synchronicity and?
Mike, I feel like most of your problems start and end with synchronicity and start and end with Mickey. And I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it so we can figure out a good way to climb out of this hole that you're feeling.
I don't know how many times I have to revisit this with you, that there's holes. Doc, there's holes. Okay? Years of my life where I'm going places, I'm doing things, and then it's like waking up without realizing you were asleep. And before you was just a pair of shoes, heels,
right.
Tennis shoes, or a purse, or a business card, or I don't even remember why I was there, or why. What? I know I was sitting outside that spot, or I don't. There's holes Doc. I'm tired of going over the synchronicity shit every fucking time I come in here, okay? I don't know why what my drinking and depression has to do. Yeah, there's holes, Doc. We've been over this. I don't fucking remember.
Let's just take a minute to calm down. I don't know how many times I have to explain to you, Mike. I think that the holes were caused by something that happened at Synchronity with you. I know, your company, the company you worked for. I know you don't like the name.
I don't like anything about it. It's not my fucking job anymore. It's 10 fucking years since I worked there. There's gotta be other things we can explore. All right, maybe let's talk about Mickey leaving or my youngest daughter refusing to talk to me anymore. Like what? It's not all about that fucking place that was years ago.
I know it's not all about that place, Mike, and you're very valid to think that. But don't you think all of your problems started with these holes? And so talking about synchronity, exploring synchronity every time, we can uncover something that you might have forgotten or might remember, and that might lead us down another thread we haven't pulled yet. I just don't think that synchronity should get away with causing all of these holes. And you're my best shot at this.
That's it, Doc. Ding, ding, ding. That's fucking it, isn't it?
I misspoke, Mike.
No, you didn't fucking misspeak.
Mike.
No, just like Mickey, right? Just like fucking Mickey. You got a whole year gone, right? And you wanna use me. I've already told you, you were friends. You'd hang out together. And a lot of weird shit happened that year. A lot of fucked up shit happened, and you're better off not fucking remembering it. You're better off being able to live in a fucking world where the town didn't sink to the bottom of the goddamn lake. Where everybody's kids didn't run fucking rampant. Where you didn't wake up one day and see that God or whatever the fuck else out there took an entire fucking continent off the planet. I got nothing to give you that will help you understand your relationship to my fucking daughter. I came here for help from you. Because I need fucking help. I'm about to have another Christmas alone, and I just need someone to understand, just to fucking understand what that's like for a second.
Mike, I spend Christmases alone too. My parents died. I've been in this house since they died. I also have holes. You're not alone in this. How about you just take a few seconds? Take all the time you need.
Am I paying for this?
No. This session will be completely off the
How
books.
fucking generous.
I'm gonna go answer the door.
Emily Pegg leaves the session. Walks down the one story of steps. She can see the shadow of someone outside in the dark, but as she opens that front door, she sees Laura Bennett standing there. She's bleeding from a cut above her eye.
Hi. Oh my God. I'm fine. Merry Christmas. Eve.
Oh.
Hi. Hi.
What happened?
Hi. Oh, it's fine. I got into a debate at the bar.
A debate, yeah.
A spirited discussion. And you should see him.
This explains everything that I'm
This is
seeing
so
right now.
good. How are you? What are you doing? It's Christmas.
Are you just here to hide away? Are the police after you, Laura?
No. Look, he started it. I finished it. Billy's fine. And I just
you were fighting Billy?
No, oh my God, no.
I was gonna say, there's no way he would have given you that.
He could never reach that high and be like, oh, my shin's bleeding.
No.
No, I'm fine.
But you're okay.
I'm great. I just came over.
Because I have a first aid kit if you need me to go get it.
You don't have to take care of people all the time. I'm here to make sure you are doing Christmas shit because it's Christmas and you're not by yourself in the house alone on Christmas because that's the saddest thing I could ever imagine. Yeah.
No, Laura, I'm not alone. I'm actually working right now.
Oh.
But it's a little bit of a break. It's been a tough session for everyone.
Look, I respect your boundaries and your very cool profession, and I would love to be psychoanalyzed by you at a later date. That's my Christmas wish. I think that we
want
do
me to
Michigan's-
I don't think you want me to psychoanalyze
I
you.
would love you to analyze all of me. What? Anyway, Merry Christmas. I made you something. Hold on. And I pull out just a little gift wrap origami horse. Look, there was like a weird gift exchange at the bar, and I just took the wrapper, and
you made this?
Yeah, for you, for your Christmas tree.
No, it's very beautiful.
I tried so hard. One of the legs is a little shorter than the other because I did a bad job tearing, but I didn't get you a Christmas present, and I just wanted you to know that you are.
Oh God, I'm pretty sure he came in drunk. It's fine. How about, I'm gonna finish up upstairs. You come back later.
Okay, but only if there's mistletoe up.
Or I'll come to your place. I don't know if you're gonna be able to find your way back here. You're a little drunk.
So good right now. Okay.
Go.
Okay. Okay, I'll see you later.
Thank you for the horse.
Merry Christmas. I'll see you later. Chestnuts.
As you
doing
close the
something.
door, Emily Peg, and you turn, you don't hear him upstairs. And as you make your way up with that tender moment fresh in your memory, and you open the door to resume your session.
Now, Mike.
You catch the glimpse of it in your periphery first. The swing, and then the sound.
Mike?
As you trail from his hanging legs, swinging up, where you see his hanged neck from a tie that's been tied around the base of your ceiling fan. Next to him on the floor, a box, the files, the label on that box, 1991, from where he took that tie, and the papers strewn on the floor below him. Your intentions.
How many tokens do I have?
You have 2, but Billy Baker has 4.
I'd like to steal one from Billy Baker.
You'd
and
like to steal one from Billy Baker.
I'm deflecting this. This story is now all about Laura walking down the sidewalk, dancing and singing her Christmas carols.
We fade.
We were getting somewhere. Why did we switch?
I didn't.
What?
I didn't jog it. It just jumped over.
Billy Baker sits alone at the KOllOK Antler Bar, sharing with no one a drink.
Do I know the bartender's name?
It's been a while since you've been here. This individual you don't recognize, in from out of town once again.
Try to make eye contact. Hey, brother. I'll get one more.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
He slides the drink down as a man walks up. Oh, shit. Are you Billy fucking Baker?
Yeah. Hello, what's up?
What the hell are you doing back here?
I'm from here. I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Darren, Florence. I was a couple. It was grades below you. A couple years younger, man. But fuck, shit, dude. Like,
would I remember this guy?
You would not.
Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah. Nice to re-meet you. My memory is a little fuzzy from back then. I'm sorry, bud.
Dude, we used to look up so much to you and your friends.
That's.
We thought you guys were so
That's hard to
fucking
believe.
cool. Like when you and that Devin kid, like when you guys saved all the people in the lake, and you were the lifeguard. And
No.
sorry about Mallory, by the way. That kid was fucking awesome. That old boy.
I'm
But
telling you, man. I don't really. My memory is not good from
honestly,
high school.
like my friends, we always thought you and Mallory were like lovers or something.
I don't remember.
We were just we were
high
shits
school.
back then, man. We were shits. Like it wasn't homophobic or anything, but like, it was just, like we went through a phase and all. That's, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, sorry. It was a good kid. I mean, fuck, so many people fucking died. Fuck,
Why don't you leave me the fuck alone, man? What are you doing here? I told you I don't fucking remember, okay? You wanna walk me down your memory lane? This is a fucking joke, isn't it? You remember that I don't remember, and you're just trying to make up memories for me? It's not fucking funny, man. I came here to not remember, okay? I'm trying to drink a beer and forget. That's what I'm good at.
The fuck, dude? Like,
I'm grabbing him by the collar, by the way.
Dude, fuck, man. Jesus Christ! I'm
It's
fucking.
a prank. You're being a dickhead. I know it.
No, it's not a fucking prank. It's not a fuck, man. I thought you were fucking cool. Big fucking mistake on that one.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, fuck you, dude.
Fuck you.
We live here. You came back? Get the fuck out of here. A couple of his friends kind of move up from behind, kind of surround him. This fucking Billy Baker's a goddamn dick.
I push my bar stool back and stand up. Let's go. Come on. Come at me. Punch me in the fucking face.
Laura Bennett walks up.
The fuck is this? Billy, you good?
No, these guys are... They know some shit, and they're making shit up.
Oh, he's being a fucking asshole. He's being a fucking asshole. We were just trying to be nice. But you guys were
think
fucking
the gentleman
cool.
told you to back the fuck up. So why are you and 3 of your little pissant homies circling him right now? You got a problem?
Look, being a Bennett maybe used to mean something in this town, but now it doesn't mean fucking shit. You can't tell us what to fucking do. So why don't you guys get the hell out of here, all right?
I'm gonna break my beer bottle on the bar. No, we're not going anywhere. And I want to swing at the one who said something about my fucking name.
Was the one who said something about her name the guy that was talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for one of his boys.
Billy Baker rushes, tackling the individual as Laura swings, cutting one of them across the arm as another fist flies across her face. And Billy, in this moment, as you and Laura are severely outnumbered, it's been a while since either of you have been necessarily what would be considered locals to this town. But it's the most alive you've felt in a very, very long time. And we fade. Tibby Devon, September 2nd, 2021. Tibby Devon can feel it. He imagines like how a dog can trace a scent. Despite it being over a week, he can sense the trail of energy she left behind. If he can feel it, he is sure they can feel it too. But he hopes as long as he cannot remember, or as they cannot remember, they will not remember what that feeling even is. So they should be safe. For now. He thinks maybe if he can come up with a way to get in front of this, he can keep from having to end the very things he loves most. He wonders, though, why he can feel it still. They have her. Why is she still alive? That was not the deal. Did she escape? Is she still that powerful? Billy Baker calls out from the other side of this empty lot that used to be the lot of Mallory Jenkins' home. He circles an area that he has no memory of, but that energy, that feeling, draws him in. What is it, Billy?
I don't know. Feel something. You feel it?
No, man. Tibby sits back at the edge of the car next to Laura Bennett. As Emily starts to move over closer to Billy, circling around that same area.
Let's see if I feel it. You said right here?
Yeah.
Were you walking a specific way?
No.
Okay.
They look dumb as shit
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, they're just walking in circles in an empty lot. It's kind of sad, right?
Hey, I seem to remember calling all y'all and we all felt something, so maybe this isn't so weird.
No, I think I kind of feel it.
I didn't feel anything, and the only thing I feel right now is pity.
Well, maybe you can trust your other three friends?
Guys, it's probably nothing, all right? It's just another phantom connection we all have to this cursed fucking town, right?
I don't know what that means. Maybe.
Why, though? Why this place? Why can we not escape it? I hate this.
I don't know, maybe because we grew up here.
A voice is heard from the other side of the road, on the back side of the car. Well, well, well. Tibby recognizes this voice, but he wonders if his friends will. Before he responds, before he reacts, he looks at them first before turning around to see how to gauge this situation.
What fucking anime villain is walking up right now?
They
Who
don't.
says, well, well, well?
Tibby turns to face Sammy Riley, the rest unaware of who this individual even is. I'm just out here hunting. And look what I come across.
This guy's crazy.
Do you have a line that didn't come from a Die Hard movie? What is this? What is this energy?
Is it even hunting season?
I was hunting for you.
Oh, he's drunk. Okay. What are you talking? Did you know
she needs to talk less and listen more.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
I've been waiting for a reason.
No.
I hate this town and I am.
You don't. That's not for me.
What?
She said to listen more.
How about you just like back off my wife, bud?
Tibby puts his hands up. Look, Sammy, I've got this under control. Okay? I've got this under control. You have nothing to worry about. There's no need to escalate the situation. Okay? Nothing to worry about here. It's fine. It doesn't look fine to me. Fucking Devin. They're here, aren't they? Which, if everything was fine, would be the exact opposite place that they should fucking be. So, insurance. As he cocks his shotgun.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hey man, put the gun down. What are you doing? We're from here. We're visiting home.
And we can talk about, like, let's talk about why you're here.
Ask Laura. Ask Laura. Ask her.
Laura's here because I asked her to come here.
Okay, Elmer Fudd, what?
That's the only reason.
This is the exact reason why we moved out of this town.
Might have had a little too much drink, and I get it. This place sucks and drives everyone to liquor, but maybe let's bring it down from like a 12 to like a 2.
Why do you think we're here? Sorry, I forgot this was my stand-up bit.
Sammy.
And Tibby, why do you know?
Yeah.
He will shoot you.
Why? What?
He will. Sammy, we don't remember. We're following a hunch. That's it. We don't remember. So, we're good. It's fine. Yeah, I don't, but you're here. So, but yeah, you're here, which, it's Laura, to tell him.
I'm gonna need like a 2-word.
Listen more. Listen. Open up your goddamn mind and just listen. Listen.
Told what to do by people with a gun, but
I'm not the one telling you what to do.
Then fucking who?
Well, Sammy, we don't remember.
What? Why does the boy with the shotgun have intel about our gap year? Just spit it out.
Remember, as Sam starts walking closer.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand in between.
Okay, babe, calm down. Just.
Tibby walks in front of all of you.
Okay. We're all.
Sammy, we don't remember. You don't have to do this. As he twists his hand out, reaching directly towards the gun, Sammy pushes to push it into Tibby's chest. But in that moment, Tibby grabs his hand and pulls him in tighter. From your position, all you see is Sammy pulling and Tibby accepting right into his chest. You wait. You pause for that moment of a blast, of a shot. But we're with Tibby now, so we see him lean in. You shouldn't be here, Sammy. They don't remember. I want words with her so we can resolve this. He watches, waiting for the slightest look, change, acceptance, understanding, the process of thought moving through Sammy's mind. But then he catches it, that split second from Sammy listening and turning. This is a moment Sammy's been waiting for. Years. An opportunity like this. Who cares what she says? It doesn't matter. This is the moment he wants. But Tibby knows that. Tibby sees that. And in an instant, before Sammy can react to that, again from your perspective, you see Tibby's back. You see Sammy's body flex up, but you hear no shot. And in tight we see, as we watch from the outside, within Tibby's perspective, as that energy begins to course through his body, you see it running through his veins, the orange light extending out to his fingertips as he whispers, "There it is. There it is, Sammy. Yeah, I found a good one. That pain you feel coursing through your body, Sammy? That's necrotizing fasciitis. Very quickly, Sammy, your body tissue is going to deteriorate, spreading to your organs. Just on the edge, it will be hard for you, Sammy, but maybe, just maybe, you'll survive if you can get some of those life-saving drugs that Harmonia has. But you better do it fast." As he pulls the gun from Sammy. "It's okay. It's fine. It's fine."
You okay?
You watch as Sammy turns and starts to lead his way away from you. And then as he gets about 5 steps, Sammy falls to the ground. Tibby runs over, dropping the gun below him. Come on, I think he's having a heart attack. Come here."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
He picks him up, holding Sammy in his arms. You won't make it very far at all. Hurry, so call some help. Billy, take the car.
I'm gonna go get on the radio.
Find somebody.
I took his CPR class. I can just lay him on his back. Laura, grab his feet.
Sure.
As Tibby drops him to the ground for you to start. Tibby grins down at Sammy. But much to Tibby's surprise, as Sammy's body, you can feel the muscle deteriorating under your pushes. As you push in, you hear a crack of his ribs, as if the muscles sustaining them were wiping away. He looks up directly at Tibby. You don't even really know what's going on here, do you?
Sammy?
As Sammy's face goes dark.
Stop pushing.
And in this moment, though Tibby remains fluid, his friends do not. The world itself does not. Tibby looks directly at us. I see you. whatever it is, you won't find it.
I can't with this.
That's enough for today. Did we learn anything?
Debatable. We learned that we're about 100% in over our heads with all of this, that management is surely lying to us. Honestly, if I don't get some answers, I'm going to ask to be put onto another session.
There are none 21-11. This is it. We put 100% of the server's resources into this session.
No fucking way. Okay, they know. They totally know that something's up and they're not sharing it with us. I've had enough of this shit. If Wu wants to put 100% of our team's resources on this, she can at least fucking tell me.
Fucking tell you what, 21-11? To do your job? Do I honestly have to come all the way down here to ask for such a simple thing?
Sorry, Miss Wu. I think it's just what 21-11 is implying. It would be a lot easier for us to do our job if we understood with just about anything with this session.
See, here's my problem. If you were doing your job, couldn't you figure that out for yourself? You literally have all of Synchronity's computing power behind you, and you can quite literally scan the memories of these shit stains to your liking. So they won't let you access the event range. Then follow the trail they're leading you down. Make them slip up and find out for yourself how they can make you look like such dumb little bitches. I'm tired of your excuses, and so is he. Get it done. Or I'll do it myself while wearing your skin as a lab coat. Ta-ta.
Oh, wow, hey, hello. Well, hello, Sentai. How's it going?
Hi, Jude, do you want to say hi?
He thought he was coming down here to piss, so be careful where you point that thing. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining us on tonight's episode of KOllOK. A big round of applause for everybody here in the studio, at the table, all the help we had behind the scenes. Thank you all so much. We did not get to our 100% for the giveaway, but we'll hit it next week. I believe in you all. I just want to remind everybody really quick that if you're enjoying the show and you're able to, if you go in to give tokens to the players, you don't have to buy entire tokens. I realize that a lot of people are just tipping like full-on amount for tokens, and that's not how it's designed. You can give as little as $1 to help towards our goal and supporting the players that you like. You don't have to drop big amounts of money. It's just whatever little you can to help support the show and help out because we're going, as you can see, all out this season and we are way over budget, and that's my fault. So any little bit you can help to keep the show alive, we really appreciate it, and thank you all so much.
Also, we're really bad at rolling, just speaking for all the Ascended, so really, we need all the help we can get.
Here's the thing. Can we put on that sad Sarah McLachlan song? Hey, these on the cast, they're so great, but they roll like dog shit. And yeah, we need your help. So just as little as $1 can help these beautiful characters roll not bad, so they could tell any amount of story. That doesn't make everyone upstairs shit out of just sheer secondhand awkwardness. People like you could make all the difference in the world. We don't have to keep saying it. We're good.
Yeah.
Please. You could be the difference.
Don't miss KOllOK Rewind on Fear HQ this Wednesday with special guest Crank Gameplays. So that's 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow on Hyper at 5 p.m. Pacific time, Hyper RPG, I will do a This Will Be Deleted to have you all just yell at me about how much you can't stand what I'm doing on all of your favorite characters this season, and I will reveal the secrets on how we make the show. So if you want,
shouldn't be your favorite character.
No, it shouldn't.
If Tibby's your favorite character, you need to do some self-reflection, in my opinion.
look,
He's
you know,
not wrong.
subtext is a hard thing to get across sometimes, and you know, I can
Yeah, the
understand.
subtext of him just killing people.
No, I mean,
Hey,
back
hold on.
in season 1 and 2.
Lots of us kill people, and that's not a reason not to like a character.
Wait, hold up.
Wait, are you guys the good guys? I'm confused.
Obviously, what are you? What?
Yeah, I don't really have room to talk after that episode, and a dog is licking my ear.
Would a dog lick the ear of a bad guy?
Well, characters. You all are wonderful, fine people. Every person's
I
character.
am my character.
Kind of a piece of shit. Don't forget to join the metagame. Head over to hyperrpg.com/KOllOK. We've built an entire system, an app, and Discord server. Some people from the Discord server showed up in the show tonight and are now traveling with our group. But I also apologize because anyone who is a familiar with the world of KOllOK, you are now most certainly doomed by being with the group, because we all know what happens to NPCs that are with the group on their journeys.
So don't worry. Don't worry. The group will try too hard to keep you alive.
So Jude has an arm that's hanging on by a thread, 3 arrows in him. He has 3rd-degree burns, and he's lost a lot of blood. But he still tried to get on a horse, and I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he needed to die.
Jude is a horse girl. And that's fair.
I am not biased, but I'm agreeing with Clarity on this one.
Oh man, I was really hoping everybody was going to fail that roll so we could just kill him off. Just be done.
I gave you the option.
Like a mercy sink would have been just great enough.
Look, I asked him to call high or low, and he won the roll, so he decided to stick with it. But you know,
well,
I hope that if I'm dying in front of any of you, you will mercy kill me.
Look,
That you won't just
AJ's got that
leave my
full cap.
let's-
We don't trade lives. Like you can let the
we
NPC
don't need to
just
have
go.
that conversation right now. You know, like not one that we. Let's keep in-game, and the heavy life stuff. You know,
Okay, cool.
separate there.
It's a dark detail, babe.
Another quick announcement: our merch on our website is limited. There are limited. I think today is the last day to get the cheese T-shirt.
What?
Today's the last day. So
Charles.
that's it. So head over again to hyperrpg.com/KOllOK. You can find links to the merch, links to support the show. Every little dollar helps. You can also play the metagame app. Look, just go to the fucking website. There's lots of stuff on there. Make sure you hit follow on this channel. Make sure to follow us on socials and use that hashtag. Use the KOllOK hashtag. As you guys see, we worked with PZ to make a special tool to show your cool tweets in the countdown screen and in the mid-show. We love seeing your thoughts about the show and your wonderful fan art. The KOllOK fart contest, the KOllOK fan art contest. Don't forget to get involved. And
That's some nice art.
yeah. I'm hungry. Are you guys hungry?
I'm so hungry.
Yeah, I'm really
I'm
hungry.
hungry for justice.
Hungry for justice.
Yeah, me too. Thank you guys for watching tonight.
Hi, thanks.
Join the Discord. Keep talking to us online. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Tag us on the internet.
Thank you for the tokens.
And I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I know I said that a lot of people really hate me. Right? Honestly, you all are amazing. This season, I think you guys have been much more understanding of the characters and the boundaries of character versus player. I have gotten zero hate that I've seen in terms of that you all are really great at understanding characters versus players, and you guys are an awesome audience.
Season's
And
still
I
young.
really, it is a still young season,
Turn
but
on him.
I know in like season 1 and 2, if a single bad thing happened to Mickey, I was getting DMs about it, and so like we've come a long way, and I'm proud of you all. We've come a long way. You all are an awesome audience.
Look at
Thank you,
us.
passengers. We love you. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place.
Bye.